Alrighty, we are live. We are live. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm a little early, just warming up, just to see who's turning up, just getting everything set up here. Awesome. Alrighty, yep, it's working. Cool bananas. All right, welcome back, guys. It is May. It is now May 2019. Welcome back to the show, Bee Adventures. We're doing it live. And what I'll do, I'll just warm up a little bit. We'll let some more people turn up. Go ahead and say hello if you're already here. Leave a comment in the chat section, and I'll give you a shout out, and also just to say hello. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what country you're from. It's always nice to hear, or your city. I tend to have an international audience, so it's awesome to get people from around the world. Alrighty, we'll just get some housekeeping done. Oh, David. Hey, David Bond. Hey, good to hear from you, bro. We got to chat more. So yeah, very happy to hear from you, man. And yeah, I looked into your local online shop. Yeah, so I was looking into the Grand Power. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah, you're cool, man. You got all these cool toys, and you got the Rolex. David's got the Rolex Submariner. He's our, was it Norwegian gangster? Yeah, he's our Norwegian gangster. Got my coffee. Hey, cool. Good to hear from you, man. Because I'm actually early, so I'm just a few minutes early. So thanks for saying hello, David Bond from Norway. See, he's cool. And you know what? While we're waiting, I'll post. Oh, yeah, look, I'll post links later. But yeah, look, I've got some interesting stuff you'd like to hear about, some shooting sports. David's in the shooting sports too, so yeah, I'll share some of that later. Alrighty, so come on, guys. Where else are you from? We gotta have some more people. Come on, what's happening? Alrighty, so I'll get straight into it. Now, guys, YouTube being the way that it is, you've got to hit the notification icon. So there's actually a notification icon. I'll just share that now. Hey, JL Mark 01. So Jill, is it Jill Mark? Man, you need a better name, whoever you are. But yeah, hello from LA, Los Angeles. That's awesome. Now, YouTube being the way it is, you've got to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. It looks like a little victory bell. The reason why people aren't getting notifications, and this has been going on for some years now, but I'm going to make a thing of it to keep reminding people. All right, so I'm just posting some comments now just so you guys can see. So that is important. What's happening is YouTube uses an algorithm. They use a lot of artificial intelligence. And because of that, they can also alter it. So they might send traffic towards a popular YouTuber or a popular this and that. Or they might redirect it if they don't like your channel. So the point is, unless you hit that bell notification icon, you won't get the notifications. And people have even messaged me going, hey, when are you traveling next? And I'm like, bro, I just got back from Philippines, or, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, I didn't know. So that's why I'm not making fun. It doesn't mean you're less of a person. Just if you want the updates, hit the bell notification. So I've been taking it easy at the moment. You won't be overwhelmed. But just understand, if you do hit the bell icon for all your channels that you subscribe to, you may be overwhelmed, meaning you'll get over-notified. So yeah, I just choose the ones that I like, obviously. I just choose my favorite channels. I hit the bell icon, and that way I get the notification. And I also don't have to watch it. I see the notification, I don't have to watch it or not. So, you can play around with your settings. It's pretty recommended to use a computer. Use a traditional computer. That way you can see more options. But I believe you can do it on your phone too. Your phone or another mobile device. A lot of people don't know I have a Facebook page, so I'll quickly share that. So same thing, if you want to keep in touch, or it's much easier for direct messaging and private messaging. And I was even contacted by a media group. So I hope that works out. But a media group contacted me, and they're like contractors. That's how it works in the media industry. Quite often you're just working on the contract, and they're doing some news stories. So they were interested in my input on a news story on Philippines. So yeah, that was cool. And I won't give them a shout out because I haven't released it yet. So I just told them, look, when you release the video, they're doing like a news segment or like a documentary. I said, when you release it, let me know. And they wanted my input on shooting sports, you see, because I'm a shooter. So yeah, that was really cool working with them. So whether want to use some of my material, so whether they use it or not, or whether, you know, how the product turns out, I don't know. I told them I don't mind if you're critical. I don't mind if you criticize a bit. I understand it's a bit controversial, shooting sports, but yeah, so that was cool. You know, even getting a bit of recognition as well. Yeah, so let's keep going. And I also have an Amazon store. So what that means is I am an Amazon affiliate. A lot of people don't know. Just check it out. There's no obligation to buy. Just check it out, just so you can see. And they're primarily products that I use, and I'll talk about one of the key ones maybe towards the end. But yeah, that just helps me out. Meaning, if you find products through my store, even if you search for a different product, it just lets Amazon know that I'm getting some traffic. Meaning, I'm like they call it an influencer. I'm a social media influencer. So I'm just being straight about it. You know, I get a very small percentage from a sale. Like I think it's 4%. It's something very small. But yeah, if you want to help me out, and also they're good products that I use. They're actually genuine products that I use. Whether it's tripods, cameras, you know, flashlights. You know, me and my flashlights. You know, stuff like that. So yeah, just you know, if maybe you're in the mind to actually get something already. You know, if you do it through my store, at least use the links. Click on the link, just so that Amazon knows that you were referred by me. But anyway, it's not a big deal. I'm just getting it out there, getting some housekeeping out of the way. And I'm still early. Still early warming up. Alrighty, so let's get into it. Who else we got in the room? So, okay, JL Mark is saying he'll be back in Manila in September. Hey, good on you, man. Congrats. You know, so guys, tell me where you're from. Don't be afraid to say where you're from and say hello. You know, I'm happy to give you a shout out, especially what country you're from or what city. That way I know where my audience is coming from, and so it's always nice. Hey, so Dina's saying, remember Diane Curtis from the Piper Restaurant, cute girl? Yeah, well, those two. There was the bigger one and the smaller one. And good to hear from you, Dino. Why? What happened? Did you get in touch with her or something? But yeah, I still see her on Facebook. Meaning I don't really chat to her much. But the reason why she had a boyfriend at the time, and you know, I wanted to be respectful, and she was also being a good girl and being respectful. Like she didn't want to chat too much to other guys because her boyfriend gets jealous, you know. And that's a thing. That's a thing you have to accept in general. Sometimes your girlfriend or your wife may talk to other guys. Whether she's loyal or respectful or not is another story. So Dino from Melbourne, yeah, Melbourne, Australia. We say Melbourne. You know, the Americans say Melbourne, but we speak like pirates because we're from Australia. Melbourne, mate, Melbourne, bruh. Anyway, JL, you need a better name, bro. What can I call you? Like, I'll just call you Mark, JL Mark. Anyway, can you talk about the clubs in Manila and what to expect? Yep. Yeah, because we're still early, guys. We're still warming up, but I'm going to get into the news first, so we're more concise, and then I'll answer every single comment and question later. So don't worry, even if I forget, remind me. I'll just keep asking, and I will answer you. But yeah, the Manila clubs is very different, man. Very different because I'm from Australia. It's very much status symbol. You know, people showing off. There's even different levels, meaning literally different levels inside the club sometimes. So to a Westerner, to a foreigner, they're quite nice. You know, quite nice and fancy. They can be very expensive, even more expensive than Australia or America. But yeah, as a foreigner, it's less of an issue. Meaning, especially if you go dressed up, just wear a nice shirt and jeans or pants. Sometimes you can even get in wearing shorts as a foreigner, but they won't let locals in like that. Same here in Australia, by the way. If you go out clubbing, you got to wear like at least a shirt and some pants. You know, they won't let you in wearing shorts. And usually they require covered shoes. Some type of covered shoes. Again, they won't let flip flops or sandals. But yeah, look, I tell you what. Let me get the video for you, brother. So because we're still early, I don't want to digress too much. Yeah, I'll show you. So, this is a soft one. This is for you, JL. This is a soft one. It's karaoke or videoke. Club. Manila. I think that was Manila Club Haze. All right. Let me just get that for you, brother. So what you can do is, especially if you're on a computer, you can click on the link, right-click the link, and open in a new tab or open in a new window. Otherwise, you can come back to this video, check the chat section, and then you can see the links there. All right, so that it will be saved. YouTube will save it if you want to refer to it later or other people. So that was just a fun video. We're doing karaoke and videoke, but I'll show you a bit more of of the nightlife as well. The Fort BGC, Manila clubs. Here's another one. Yeah, just to get that out of the way for you, brother, and that way, you know, it's there. I mean, and they're popular videos, that they're fairly representative. But yeah, and you can go to my page, my YouTube page, and you can look up nightclubs. You know, you can search them as well. But yeah, that way you don't get lost. I'll just send that straight to you. Alrighty. So I hope that satisfies your question. Jess or Mark? Oh, Jess. Okay, you're a Jess. Cool. No, because I have a few good friends called Jess. So Jess is a good name. And Dina saying, I tried my best. I did not good. Very hard to crack. Yeah, I think you're talking about Diana. Yeah, Ann Curtis. So yeah, no, she was going through some stuff. She was very dedicated to her boyfriend, which is a good thing, meaning she was loyal. She used to ask me, what's it like night clubbing and whatever, because her boyfriend wouldn't let her go out. So, you know, good girl. And then and that's also a thing, you know. Yeah, you know, you can really hurt your relationship. So yeah, so I think, and then they broke up, and I think she had a big upset, meaning she took a long time to get over it. So I don't know what was happening, but Dino, don't worry, move on. There's plenty more fish in the sea, and it was probably a blessing in disguise, meaning there was probably some drama you didn't need to be involved in. You know, it just would have made things more complicated. So sometimes girls are doing that too. You know, even if you don't agree, sometimes they want to save you from the drama or the upset. So that happened with me too, where I met a really here in Australia, gorgeous girl, beautiful, you know, this gorgeous, beautiful brunette, you know, and a really nice girl. We're getting along and everything. And then she said, "Look, I've got an on again, off again boyfriend, and he's a violent psycho." You know, I said, "Oh, okay," and I knew him. Like, I actually knew him, so I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm just being respectful, whatever." And yeah, he's hard, right? This guy's like a standover man. So she's like, "Yeah, I don't want other people to get involved." She goes, thank you for being like a gentleman and asking me out, you know, because we knew each other's circles. But she said, but you know, it'll cause too much trouble. And she wasn't joking. Like, this guy was a really good fighter. You know, he used to beat up people a lot. So yeah, sometimes it's not worth the drama too, man. And even worse, you know, when you're traveling or if you're overseas, yeah. So okay, guys, look, the show's warming up great. We're right on time, so I might as well get started with the news. So we'll get the news and the updates out of the way, and then I can answer any questions you guys have. All right, support for Windows 7 is ending 14th of January 2020. All right, I know that's a while away. Support for Windows 7 is ending. Now, Windows 7 is excellent. I'm not razzing on it, but there's some old timers who are still like overly attached to it, or they just don't like change. I get that. We all get scared of change sometimes. So there's the link. I just posted it to the official Microsoft notice. But all that means is, guys, upgrade to Windows 10. All right, Google it, upgrade to Windows 10. You can do it for free. If you don't know how, even message me. I'll tell you how to do it, right? I'll help you out. But in this day and age, right, it's 2019. For goodness sake, upgrade to Windows 10. The reason why it's a base platform, it works on so many different machines and devices, you know, from simple laptops to more advanced desktops. You can roll over for free, at least for now. So that's why I say do it now while you still can, because maybe at some point Microsoft Windows will say no more free upgrades. So if you're already using an existing version of Windows 7, Windows 8, whatever, you can roll over and upgrade for free. All right, just get it done. Get it over and done with. Believe it or not, I've met guys that are still adamantly attached to Windows 7 for whatever reason. Secondly, Windows 10, because of the nature of the platform, just even if you're not a techo, it can continue to upgrade itself, meaning you just keep rolling over. So there's speculation it will be the last version of Windows, or at least for a long time, like it'll last for the next 10 years or something like that. Just like Windows XP. You know, Windows XP was a great platform. Like that. You know, you just leave it as Windows XP and then add whatever you want. So same with Windows 10. All right, so roll over to Windows 10, guys. Hurry up, because Windows 7 support will be ending. Also, for commercial use, I think they're even going to end commercial use, meaning if you're in an office that uses Windows 7, you might want to let them know that. or let tech support know, because they're going to have to transition over. So usually, if you don't know, in the tech business, they usually support commercial enterprise. They call it enterprise business, meaning professional officers. They get to use it a bit longer. So yeah, I've still seen officers. Yep, Jess is saying, shoot, I still use XP because my QuickBooks is so easy. Yep. Look, I totally get it, Jess, and maybe you're using a very old computer where it's more suitable. So I'm not razzing on that. I get it, because you may have a very old computer that's just simple and you need something simple. But even XP is not supported anymore. So that's what I was just saying. I know commercial offices with hundreds of staff. Even Windows doesn't, Microsoft doesn't want to support them anymore, even though they've got hundreds of staff and whatever. They're like, guys, come on, you could have gone Windows 7 or roll over to Windows 10 for free, So yeah, so Jess, you might want to look at a more modern computer with Windows 7 upwards, and if it has Windows 7 or Windows Vista upwards, you can upgrade to Windows 10 for free. You can always take a photo of the license key on the back of the computer. Always do that too, even if you buy a brand new one. Just take a photo straight away, so you always have your Windows license, and that way you can always have a legitimate version and you can roll over for free. So a lot of people, they're not utilizing it very well. It's 2019. Anyway, so let's keep going. But yeah, if anyone has questions on that, I'm happy to answer it. But for goodness sake, just upgrade to Windows 10. US and Japan are missing searching for a missing F-35A fighter. Fighter jet. Look, I'm sorry, it's a very tragic thing, but it's just, how do you lose a fighter jet? They lost it. Like, it went into the sea, they lost it. So we talked about that last stream. But yeah, I'm just posting the news link. Again, you can right-click on the link and open it in a new tab, or check it out later. Yeah, the Japanese Air Force or Navy, I guess, they lost a jet fighter and they're still searching for it. They say they're close. They're like, hey, we're close. They found a piece of the tail, I think. They found a piece of it. But yeah, quite serious. It's quite serious to lose an F-35 jet fighter. It's very expensive. Multi-million-dollar piece of equipment. But anyway, so the race is on to find it. I hope they do find it. And I hope they find the pilot in the black box. Find out what happened. All right, we got another interesting one. Look at this article. There were so many articles on it, but this one was interesting. Canada is not going to war with the Philippines over garbage containers. So for those of you who don't know, what happened was a Canadian company had been dumping garbage containers. You know those huge, big steel shipping containers? And I believe it was about 100 of them. They dumped about 100 of them full of trash. Disgusting garbage bags, everything full of trash. And it's a thing. Like, Australia has been doing it too now. To be fair, Australia has been caught doing it too, where developed countries are just dumping their trash on developing countries, third world countries. So President Duterte got very upset. Oh, better post the link. President Duterte of the Philippines got upset, rightly so, saying, stop dumping your trash and take it back. So this dispute has been going for years, but the problem is the Philippine government has been very weak in the past. Very weak and corrupt. So of course there was bribes involved. Of course there was corruption. How else can you dump 100 steel containers full of trash in another country? It's very hard to do. Yes, so a corrupt Canadian company did it. A corrupt government was involved in Philippines, and now President Duterte, he was threatening to go to war because no one was taking it seriously. So, by the way, respect to the Canadian friends, I'm not razzing Canada. I'm saying it's that bad. He's like, this is going to ruin relations. This is ruin relationships with the country. So now Canadian-Philippine relations are at an all-time low, and he was threatening to go to war. Now, political rhetoric, right? He's just saying it, but he said it to get attention because no one cared. No one. They're still sitting there. They're still sitting in Manila. 100 shipping containers full of trash. I think it's been about 5 or 6 years. So it's quite unacceptable to leave your trash in another country for 5 or 6 years. And of course, the Canadian government at the moment, the Canadian Prime Minister is lackluster, to say the least. Trudeau, whatever his name is, Justin Trudeau, or Trudeau. So yeah, his administration has been very poor too, meaning they just ignored the issue. So now that's why Duterte threatened war, because they just ignored him and didn't care. Like, go away, we don't care. So yeah, that might as well. Hey, Canada and Philippines can go to war. I'm joking. But can you see how bad it is? He had to threaten to go to war for them to take this shit seriously. Come on, guys. You don't dump 100 shipping containers full of trash in another country. That's stupid. All right, this may interest some of the Filipino friends as well. This actually interested some friends of mine too. There's nearly 5,400 Philippine Army slots opening, so meaning new jobs available. All right, so there's the link if you want to check it out, and the link, it also describes the requirements. So basically, the Philippine Army is recruiting. The Philippine Army is recruiting. So for some people, that may be a great job opportunity because unemployment is very high in the Philippines. So yeah, that's there. You might want to check it out. Holy cow! Someone on motorbike. Anyway, yeah, but I actually told some Filipino friends just because they were looking for work and that may be viable for them. They will most likely be looking for at least people with a high school education. There's a requirement, and obviously you have to do fitness testing and IQ testing and all this type of stuff. But that could be actually a career path or job opportunity for something. For some people. Alrighty, so getting the word out. So we got some great news. Philippines set a new gold medal record in the Arafura Games, Darwin, Australia. Now, I didn't even know what they were. I had to look it up because I saw the news. I was like, no way. But in Australia we have these like friendship games. You got the Commonwealth Games, Olympic Games. So we do our own friendship games, and I'll say Arafura Games in Darwin, Australia. Now Darwin is a small place right up at the top of Australia, Northern Territory. So bring some tourism, bring some economy and business to Darwin, and it's nice to do some friendship games. But the Filipinos have been winning, man. I think mainly swimming. But they've been winning lots of gold medals. I think 28 gold medals now. I haven't checked. Maybe they won more. But look, well done. Well done, Philippines. They're doing very well, Two pair. Hey, welcome, man. Good to hear from you. He said, if you had to fight in Canada-Philippines war, which side are you on? I'm on the Filipino side, man. No offense to Canada and Nickelback. We all like Nickelback. No, I do like Nickelback. But no, that's why Duterte did it. It's just so stupid. Like why would we go to war over shipping containers? That's why he just ran his mouth. He's talking trash. Like if you guys are that bad, we're just going to go to war over some shipping containers full of trash. Stupid. But to answer your question, I'd join the Filipino side. That would be interesting though. That would be interesting because Canada has a modern military, professional modern military. So that would be interesting. But the Philippines is very far away. So it might be a stretch. Might be a stretch. And the Canadian Prime Minister is very weak. So I don't think he would be a very good commander in chief. But anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, we don't want this to get too political, right? Anyway, let's keep going. So Philippines Department of Transport. Philippines Department of Transport starts bidding for the new Bulacan International Airport. This is important because Manila's NAIA is over capacity. So they're looking to expand to other airports and decentralize. So they're very keen. I'm just saying I don't care for the politics. But they're very keen to get that on the way because Manila is so over capacity, too much traffic. And Bulacan is just above Manila, for those who don't realize. So it's at northwest of Manila in a couple of hours. So I just found that interesting. They're obviously trying to build and expand, and they're not only trying to refurbish and open old airports. Some of these airports are from the 80s, 70s and 80s. They're also trying to build these new ones. So great. Two Pair says Philippines has sexier women, so I join them. Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I'm inclined to agree. And even I reckon the Canadians would surrender. Hey, if we surrender, can we get Filipino wives, eh? Can we go to the strip club, eh? And I'll go, yeah, sure, I'll take you. Take them down to the strip club, and that's it. The war will be over. They'll just surrender. We'll call it truce. We won't even fight. What am I saying? Shania Gozal. So you're getting me that influence too, Pete. Shania Gozal, hello from Brisbane. Hey, good to hear from you, Shania. Shannon. Let's keep going. So that's what I mean. There's been a very good relationship between Philippines and Canada in the past, but they've totally ruined it now. The Canadian government. I'm not saying the people are bad. The government is so bad they've ruined it. It's like, oh man, like they could at least try and keep diplomatic relations. But anyway, so I feel for the friends in Canada because if they don't get this resolved, I can tell they're going to start cancelling Canadian visas, and they're going to start kicking out Canadians, you know. So, but hey, look, maybe that's what they need to do, just to show the world, look, you can't keep dumping trash on us. You know, you can't keep dumping this long. So, you know, taking advantage. Let's keep going. I've got an interesting one. Mortgage defaults are becoming a serious problem in Australia. Now, we already knew that, but it's just that it's interesting that the mainstream media is starting to, or media are starting to cover it more. So for those of you who don't understand what that means, people who are defaulting on their mortgages, people who are not paying them. Yeah, it's becoming a thing. So I just thought I'd post an article, you know, just sharing some of the local news. And yeah, very interesting, very interesting. So it's not about upsetting people or freaking people out. These are the things that people really don't like to talk about in Australia. And I've had foreign friends from America, Canada, UK, you know, England, Scotland, Ireland, you know, other areas of Europe, from China, Japan, Korea. They can't believe it. Seriously, they can't believe it, because they're like, how can you guys like not take this stuff seriously? We don't, you know, especially when it comes to finance and economics. So yeah, and we have a federal election coming up in the next 2 weeks, you know, for our federal government. Yeah, so not to get too political, it's just, you know, interesting times. That's all I'm saying, interesting times. And it's compulsory to vote, that's why. So we will see. We will see. Maybe we get a recession, you know, maybe we need one. We need to feel some pain before people take this stuff seriously. So Shania says, my cousin changed my name. It's actually Arshi Sign. Well, why don't you call yourself Arshi Sign then, Shania? I get it. Sometimes you want to have fun. You know, I'm Brandon from Bee Adventures, you know, whatever. But yeah, just use your normal first name, Arshi, just so we can call you Arshi or Archie or whatever you want to be called. To pair, housing values are dropping. They're dropping depending on the city. Major cities like Melbourne and Sydney, they're dropping significantly. You know, like year on year, they've been dropping significantly, but it's still insanely high, meaning from 1 million down to 800,000. It's still an insane price for an apartment, you know, for a simple apartment or something like that. So they need to drop more. They need to drop more, otherwise, because that's what's going to cause the recession, you see. A recession is an economic crash or downturn. Because we've overvalued our property so much, it's a bubble, it's going to burst, and that's what causes a recession. So if we don't cool off the prices, we're just going to have a recession anyway. And a recession means, you know, unemployment, higher taxes, you know, the economy melts down, you know, businesses close down, all this type of stuff. So anyway, not to get too carried away, but yeah, that's why I'm just keeping a very careful eye on it, just because of my business background and a lot of the work that I do. Hoping, Jess is saying, hoping Manila prices drop after the earthquake. Yeah, well, that's the thing, because Philippines is on the Pacific Rim. And the Pacific Rim, or the Pacific Rim of Fire, is the 4 elements: earth, fire, wind, and water. Meaning earth, earthquakes; fire, volcanoes and bushfires, you know, very hot area; earth, fire, wind are super typhoon, hurricanes, you know, all these things; and water, tsunami, flooding. So it has the extremes just because it's on the equator of the earth. I'm not dissing the Philippines, I'm just saying that's why Philippines always has natural disasters, because they're on the Pacific Rim. It's actually a weird name, the Pacific Rim of Fire, something like that. But you get what I'm saying. It's on the part of the earth that has the most natural disasters. Yeah. I'll write that down. Pacific Rim of Fire. It's got this weird name, Pacific Rim of Fire. But that also means seismic activity. So it's a part of the earth. Not only is it very hot on the equator from the sun, underneath, because of these earthquakes, it gets volcanic eruptions and all these crazy things. Yeah. So yeah, I found that very interesting because I was looking into it. So natural disasters are very common. Okay, so let's keep going. But and that also has is why I decided to cool off a little bit too, just because I was actually interested in traveling at the start of this year, and there was a lot of natural disasters. You know, they had flooding and then drought and then earthquakes and then so yeah. So I was just letting things play out. You know, just you know, taking it easy, just seeing how that played out. But also other things, like I was saying, the economy. Come on, guys, tell me where you're from. Tell me where you're from. Ask questions. You know, I'll give you a shout out. It's always nice to hear from an international audience. And so I'll keep going with the news. And don't worry, guys, I'll get straight. I'll answer you guys directly. That's what's so great about these live streams and live shows. Here's an interesting one for you, because some of you maybe even just fascinated with why am I so interested with shooting sports. This guy John, he's actually a firearms instructor. He took an anti-gunner to the range. Now, it was an Australian woman. Now, the reason why I found that so fascinating, I was like, oh no, she's just going to be like, no way, because people get very scared, you see, especially in Australia. So they're in America, and he took, obviously, it must be his friend or something. He took an Australian woman to the range, gave her a lesson, pop, pop, pop. She had fun. She had a great time. So yeah, check it out. So even if you're not into shooting sports, just check it out to see. It's a very short video where he just shows what it's like to take a new person to the range. An Australian anti-gunner, no less. Imagine he took me. I'll be like going, awesome, yeah, we're doing a training session. But getting some range time. But yeah, look, it was very interesting, and it just showed the big difference where he just made sure she was safe, she was properly supervised, and she had a great time. So yeah, please go ahead and check that out when you get a chance. It's already got like 2 million views. It shows how popular he is. But it also shows, look, he's a nice, friendly guy. He's not a bad person. And give it a try. It's like a roller coaster. You don't have to go on a roller coaster every day, but you go on a roller coaster. Whee! You make sure you're strapped in, safety harness, everything. You make sure the roller coaster is safe. Whee! You have your fun, and you go, oh, is that it? You get the rush, and then that's it. That's all it's about. You have a bit of a rush, and that's it. As long as you're doing it safely and responsibly. Yeah. Which they did. And a little bit of a quick catch up from me. I've been watching Game of Thrones. Most of you probably have been too. So the new Game of Thrones series has been going, and last episode, episode 3, they had the epic battle. There was this huge battle, so that was really cool that they got to use the dragons, and there was a big battle. But there wasn't much strategy, huh? I'm into strategy games, computer games where you build an army and whatever. It's like there was no strategy, but Hollywood, right? But I think it was just their way too of killing off a lot of the characters. It's called the plot armor or plot. So it was just their lazy way. The writers could have shown a little bit more strategy, but they just wanted to kill off everyone quickly. So of course, best way, have a battle and everyone just dies stupidly. But anyway, yeah. So looking forward to it, and because I'm in Australia, we will see it tomorrow. Australian time. But yeah, I think it's going to be showing tonight in USA. I think tonight or tomorrow in USA. So yeah. It'll be interesting, So we'll see the next episode. So yeah, that's still going. Game of Thrones season 8, I believe. So, and that'll be episode 4. So yeah, be getting into Game of Thrones. I also applied for a Google event in Canada, USA. Yeah, I said it. I applied for a Google event in Canada, USA. California. What am I saying? In California, USA. So, Google has a big office there. That's why. So, no guarantees, guys. I'm just putting it out there. If you're wondering why I might end up in America later, yeah, they're just doing an event. Google has events all the time, and I applied for one. I put in my application, so we'll find out in a couple of months. But if that goes well, yeah, I'll see you guys in USA. Hopefully we can do something. Hopefully I can stay a little bit longer. So I'll go there for business, for the event, to work with Google, and then hopefully I can stay a little bit longer and party with you guys, or even just say hello, do a meetup. And I already told some American friends, so they're like, yeah, man, we'll come to California and meet you. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. Because I wanted to go visit Washington State, because, I got some friends up there. So, I can do both. Washington's not that far away. Washington State, not Washington, D.C. So, yeah, we'll see. Wish me luck. Hopefully I win on this Google event, because you have to apply, you have to get accepted. And I wasn't sure if I'd release the application video. I just had to make a short application video. But basically, they're just inviting people to work with them on their social media and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, so I didn't want to make too big a deal about it, but I'm just sharing the news. As I said, hopefully I get to visit USA. That'll be cool. Yeah, and work with Google. But anyway, but it's a project thing. That's the thing, especially in the tech industry. It's project based. It's not to say you're a bad person. You do your project and you leave. And I've done a lot of that work myself in general. So. Yeah, it's great to work together on a project sometimes, but then the team breaks up because you got to move on to new projects or whatever. So yeah, but anyway, that'll be cool. 2pair says, "What's the best ever Australian show?" Look, I'll move on. Ask me again later. I don't know. And yeah, we'll keep going with the news. And what I'll do, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll start answering questions now, but I'll also get into some topics as well. I wanted to talk about value add especially, and also even the recession if people want to talk about that. So guys, I'm scrolling back. I'm gonna go ahead and say hello again. So hey Jess, man, thank you for joining us. Dino, awesome. Always good to hear from you, Dino. Dino's Aussie from Melbourne. He's cool. Let's keep going. Yep, make sure you upgrade the Windows 10 for goodness sake, guys. Just get it over and done with. Even the license isn't expensive. I think it's $14 now. 12. You can get it on sale. So my point is, you can buy the damn license online for $12 or $14. You know, don't be cheap. Get it over and done with. The only thing is, you may have to upgrade your computer. Just put in more RAM and put in an SSD. Put in a new hard drive. That's always recommended, no matter what the computer. That's always recommended. I did that too. So you can go ahead and watch my upgrade videos. But yeah, well worth it. Just so you don't have to worry about wasting money on a new computer. You just get it fixed and keep going. So if a computer, everyone's really slow, you know when you're like, it's got a virus, when it's like really slow? It's not a virus usually, it's actually the hard drive. It's usually the hard drive is so worn out, it's painfully slow. Because you can't read the hard drive anymore. So just put in an SSD, flash memory, and you'll be fine. 2-pair, yep, blah, blah, blah. 2-pair, good to hear from you, man. I haven't heard from you in a while, and it's great you keep supporting the channel, so I do appreciate it. 2-pair's cool. 2-pair, what's your real name, by the way, so I can address you? 2-pair's from Boston. Yes, it's crazy in Boston. Oh, okay. Awesome. He says, yes, always wanted to try gun at the range sometime. Yeah, give it a try, especially if you're in America. Brother, I'm in Australia. Can you see how difficult it is for me? I've got to fly to Philippines and pop. So, you know, give it a try and go supervise if you can. Go with a friend who's experienced. Or ask the ranger nicely. Just say, go talk to them. You know, you don't even have to try that day. Just say, what's a quiet day I can come in? Or what's a time of day I can come in and just try it. You know, get a lesson, get a basic lesson. You know, you'd be surprised. A lot of them are quite nice, and they're like, yeah, sure, come in on the weekend or come in the morning or in the afternoon, you know, and they'll just say, yeah, come in and we'll give you a lesson, or we can try now, web, you know, if they're free. And just say like a safety lesson. Just say, can you teach me safety and make sure it's cool, you know? And if they're not, move on to another one. Go to another one, you know. There's plenty of rangers in America. So, yeah, watch that video then, 2-pair. Let's keep going. Oh, hey, Philly in the Philippines. Hey, Brian. Hey, man, I'm loving your videos, by the way. You know, Brian's an expat, American expat in Philippines. So, yeah, man, I'm loving your videos. I'm loving the image because, you know, I'm into tech. So your image looks good. So I guess you're using the Canon camera. I'm not sure what you're using most of the time. But, yeah, your image looks good. You know, I was looking at that. You know, the audio, the quality of the image, the contrast, everything. Yeah, it looks good, man. And your audio is good too, surprisingly. But I think it's because you're in very loud areas. But, yeah, that's the thing. Because I've been holding off on getting a new camera for that reason. I've been looking at cameras with good audio. Audio is more important to me than even other things. But anyway, let's keep going. But it's hard. I know it's hard when you're vlogging because you want something compact. That's the problem. You know, you can't always run around with a boom mic or a separate recorder. You can, but you look like a douche, or it just won't work out very well. David Bond saying, going to Thailand soon. Got a deal on Qatar Airways business class. Hey, congrats, man. That's a good deal. Qatar's high quality. They're known for very high quality. So good, hey, good on you, David Bond. Well done. And that's David from Norway, not to be confused with the other David Bond. I looked into it. He's this. He got involved in this controversy. He's, you know, like a YouTuber and a social media type. Yeah, he's a bit. You know, he was accused of a lot of things, very naughty, bad things. I think even scamming. So anyway, but this is cool, David. David from the Viking from Norway, you know. Ragnar Lothbrok, Ragnar or Ragnar. Ragnar Lothbrok was a famous Viking, so that's why I call like these Nordic types. I just call them Ragnar Viking. Anyway, yeah. So well, look, I might as well share it because we're already talking about it. You know, I'll throw that curveball out there. So 2-pair, you're from Boston, huh? Are you what, Filipino or American or what? Or Filipino American? So there's me trying a Colt 9mm submachine gun. They're really fun, and they become really popular in America. They're called pistol caliber carbines, meaning 9mm caliber rifles, or PDWs, personal defense weapons. So it's not really. I know they're not real submachine guns. They're not full auto, but just, you know, they're nice 9mm, low recoil, very affordable to shoot. And more velocity because you got a longer barrel length. get more velocity. A lot of people don't realize that. So shooting a 9mm out of a 4-inch barrel is not the same as shooting it out of an 8-inch barrel. You get even more velocity and more foot-pounds of energy. It burns up the powder more efficiently. So yeah, I'd recommend that too, Pair. Just try out a 9mm carbine. I'm not kidding. Or just give it a try. Yeah. It's much easier to shoot too. Let's keep going. Two-Pair says, yes, my friend, she was just went with Qatar to Thailand. Oh, all right. Yep. Well, American just love to travel to friendly places. Yep. No, and look, America and Philippines has had a very long relationship. They have, since the turn of the century. So I'm glad things are improving too. The relationship was very bad with the Obama administration. It was in the pits, like to the point that they asked the I can't remember the diplomat's name, the representative for USA, the State Department representative. Anyway, the point is he had to leave because he insulted the Philippines and the president several times, so he had to leave. He actually lost his job. So now, with Trump actually repaired the relationship, and they're trying to, get better diplomats over there and keep the relationship going. So yeah, which is a good thing. Look, hey, good relationships are good for everyone, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not stirring the pot. At least things are improving. Anyway, let's keep going. Mike Gaudreau. Forgive me. Hey Mike, good to hear from you. Mike, are you what? Are you Canadian? Is that a French name? Gaudreau. Anyway, thanks for joining us and tell us where you're from, guys. So, anyone who's just tuning in, we're just getting warmed up. Or actually, no, we're not. I just got the news out of the way. Got the news and updates out of the way. Tell me where you're from, what city or what country, and I'll give you a shout out just to say hello. All right, so guys, where are the questions? Come on, you're supposed to be asking questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna get stuck into a topic. But since I was talking so much about shooting, I'll just share this one. Especially if you guys watch it later. Look in the Palmetto State Armory. They have the PSA AR9. It's a 9mm pistol caliber. So two-pair, actually. I want you to Google this one. This is for you. Now you can actually buy them very affordably for around $500 or $600. Yeah, so that's a two-pair because we're talking about it, and anyone else who's interested, you can Google it. The reason why I can't send a link, I'm not supposed to put links to the manufacturer. It's YouTube being spaz. But anyway, yeah, you can Google Palmetto State Armory. They got deals all the time, and it's often quite cheaper to buy a AR upper and lower, the upper receiver and lower receiver, including complete ones. The reason why, apparently, there's a tax. I think there's sales tax when you buy a complete rifle. So if you buy the upper and the lower, it's cheaper. You buy them and you just put it together yourself. Just click them together. So there's a little trick there that might interest some people. So yeah, okay. And Mike, sorry, who was asking the question? Mike says, "Where's a good place to stay in Angeles?" Look, Mike, maybe you're new to the channel, so I'll go ahead and find that for you. I typically use Apollonia. I'll just find that for you right now. Apollonia Hotel. Apollonia. Yep, that's the one. That's a good one. I find it affordable, and you can book directly on their website. Apollonia Hotel. And also Brass Knob. Brass Knob's very affordable too. So I would actually, depending on what you want to do and your standards, yeah, those are my two. Just understand, in Philippines, internet is a luxury and it's scarce. It's not like here, you're thinking like America or Australia, oh, it's no big deal. Sometimes they don't check the email. Okay, so sometimes they don't check online booking. So I've booked at Apollonia a couple of times. Each time was fine, but I did have to call. Once I landed in the country, I called, do I have a booking? They go, no, they didn't check the damn email, or they didn't check the online bookings. Can you see what I mean? So even though I'd booked and paid online, they hadn't checked yet. So you still got to call when you land in the country, or you still got to follow up before your trip. Now, it's always recommended to do that anyway. Just follow up, send them a friendly email just to confirm my booking, or just to confirm I'm arriving this day. Also for transfers, sometimes hotels offer a free airport transfer or a shuttle bus or shuttle service. So yeah. So let me keep going for you, Mike. And the other one was Brass Knob. Then there's plenty of great options. Again, it depends on your standard. I'm not sure what you're after. If you want to go to a penthouse, there's plenty of penthouses. Bordellos. A friend of mine warned me. He goes, "Yo, don't stay." He said, "If you stay at this other one, that looked really cool." He said it's a bordello. So let's keep going. Brass Knob Hotel. This is a great budget hotel, but I would stay there. I would stay there, and I wanted to check it out. So maybe next trip I might go. But I did a video tour. So again, Mike, if you're new, you can right click on the link and open it in a new tab, or you can come back to this video later after I save it, and you'll see all the notes I left in the chat section. And of course, other people can see it too. And I'll share another one. What was the one? Yeah, this is Candy Sweets. Candy Sweets apartment. So I didn't stay there. I didn't like it, but I just covered it. So I'm just saying, if you are so inclined. This is the bordello. This is the one my friend warned me. That's why I went there to see him, and he warned me it's a bordello. Meaning, it's an apartment. Candy Towers. There we go. Candy Towers. Now, the reason why I say it like that, you can rent a room for 1 night, 2 nights, 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month. They have different deals, so you just got to contact them. And you book it. And I do recommend, in general, always try and book and prepay before the trip. Always try and book and prepay before the trip, so hopefully you get a good deal, but also to reduce corruption and scams. If you pay cash, they will skim the cash off the top, or the cash goes missing. It's a common scam, even in a brand name hotel. I've heard of this and dealt with it myself in brand name expensive hotels. So just because it's cash, it's very liquid. You've paid, thinking everything's cool at reception, but then after you leave, they pocket the money. So if you ever pay cash, always get a receipt, demand one. If you don't get a receipt, go, no receipt, no pay. Right? Just make that clear. So make sure I get a receipt. If they get pissed off, whatever, they always get very sensitive about it. They go, oh, why don't you trust me and how dare you? Go, okay, thank you. I won't pay then. Good discount. Make it into a joke. Say, oh, good discount. No pay then. No receipt, no pay. The reason why, because staff will pocket it. It's a common scheme. Believe it or not, whether you're paying for something small like a shuttle service, or whether you're paying for the whole room, it's a common problem. Also, it's more modern. Credit card or bank card, and of course, if your details are stolen or the card is cancelled, you can always. If you lose it, you can always cancel the card. And I even did that after trips. So even after a trip, I've used my normal credit cards that I use here, but after the trip, I just asked for a new one. So the credit card company even recommended it. They said, yeah, look, we see you just came back. We'll give you a new one for free. Don't worry. They just sent me a new card. Cut off the old one. So, yeah, that way it doesn't matter. Even if they have my details in the Philippines, it's already cancelled. Yeah, so some practical tips for you there. Hope that helps you, Mike. Violet Nuggets. Hello, Violet Nuggets. That's a very Pinoy name, huh? So you're Filipino? Nuggets. Violet. All right. Tell me where you're from, Violet. That's good coffee. Maybe you're what, Filipino? You're in Philippines. Hey, Norby. Hey, Norby. Good to hear from you, man. He says, how much do you normally pay for a bar girl? I don't know, Norby. How much do you usually pay for cigarettes? Where are you from again, Normie? Are you from America or what? But anyway, yeah, so I think he's having a laugh. If you want, go check my videos. I've done videos, man. So, I've told you, I've tried to interview people. They said no, they don't want to be on camera. I've tried to interview the industry. So Normie, if you want, yeah, message me. I'll happily send you the link. But it's one of my most popular videos where I was talking about it. But anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, Norby from USA. Yeah, so it's cool, man. I know you're joking. You're just raising, but that's what I mean. I can share it. That's what I mean. It's such a popular video. I'm just there talking about it. But I was talking about when I went down to Mango Square in Cebu. It's my Mango Square Cebu City video. I was just talking about my experience because I was trying to interview people and get them, and they didn't want to be on camera. Yeah. So yeah, I covered it at nighttime, and then I talked about it in the daytime. So anyway, let's keep going. Where can I go for Filipino food? Three times been there, and I haven't had much in Manila. Oh, I know what you mean, Jess. Because Jess, where are you from? I guess you're from America then. I thought you're Filipino, Jess. But anyway, yeah, look, I totally understand. So let me find that for you. I would say, Buddies. Look up Buddies. Now they're a chain, so there's plenty of Buddies, and they're very affordable. Like, you can get a good Filipino meal, like several dishes for 400 pesos, 500 pesos, like that. I'm talking about, we only spent like, I can't remember. I think it was only 2,000 pesos, and we ate ourselves full. Like, we had leftovers. So yeah, let me get that for you. Oh, that was Buddy's Makati, Manila. Buddy's Filipino food. I'll post it again just because I didn't put a description on it yet. So Buddy's Filipino food in Makati, Manila. So there you go. You can again right-click the link, open it in a new tab. We'll come back and visit it later. That's a great one. So Buddy's highly recommended. So I didn't know. I asked the same thing, and Filipinos were too shy. They thought I wouldn't like Filipino food. You know, they're very weird. So I just said no. I'm in Philippines. I got really pissed off, and I said I want to try Filipino food, and they still wouldn't tell me. They're like, oh no, go to McDonald's, go to KFC, and it's like, oh no. Are you serious? So, which I did. I did go to fast food chains. But yeah, so that's why a friend took me there. I'll share another good one. But yeah, that's very convenient because there's buddies everywhere. All right, so ask around, ask for buddies. So anyway, my point is a good Filipino. It was actually Lord from our Philippines TV. He's got a YouTube channel. Lord and Oksana took us there, so you'll see that in the video. Lord and Oksana, the husband and wife. He said, yeah, of course. Let's get you some good Filipino food. So you know, he was a great ambassador. He showed Philippines well, and he showed us a good restaurant. You know, and it was very affordable. Good food too. Delicious. Everything delicious. You can ask around malls. So I'm still talking to Jess. You can ask around malls. This is our local Filipino food. What was that one called? This is a good video. $1.30 meal. I paid $1.30. I paid $1.30 for this meal just to show how affordable it is. Meal in Makati, Manila. So that was simple. That's very simple Filipino food. I like it. And again, it shows you the culture. This is how Filipinos maybe live on local food. I would happily live on that. Seriously, I would happily live on that on a regular basis and then eat out every now and then type of thing. You know? And let me see if I can find you some more, man. Because it's a good question. It really is a good question. Because I was asking the same thing and it's a great frustration. And yeah, and a lot of people don't know I cover food. I enjoy food. So here's another one. Endox barbecue in Makati, in Manila. I'll just say Manila. But again, Endox is a chain. Endox barbecue chain. So yeah, I always ask around for Endox in any city. Is there an Endox? Is there an Endox? You know, so that's a good one. So there's Filipino barbecue. They do burgers too, like barbecue burgers or shrimp burgers. The shrimp burger was nice. I had that, and the chicken burger. And they do roast meats, roast pork, roast chicken. Yeah, that was really nice. So yeah, bit of action in that video there. And what else? Just to show you the food, I liked it. Some people criticize this. I'll show you the waterfall restaurant. So this is another video of the waterfall restaurant. In what was that? That was the resort. That was Villa Escudero. Villa Escudero. But so that's in like Batangas, I think. Or it's around that area. Forgive me, but it's outside of Manila. It's south of Manila. Escudero. So it's actually an old coconut plantation which they've made into a resort. And the point is, I covered the food, so that way you can see more traditional food too. But yeah, man, I know where you're coming from, guys. And I'm covering this because one, I'm interested in it, and two, it is a common problem. You got to ask around, keep asking around, keep pushing, because the local Filipinos get too shy. They get very embarrassed. They think no way a foreigner would want to try their local food, which is quite sad. But you know, that's the whole point. You're in Philippines, you want to try the food, so demand to see it. But at least you got some reference points now, so you can go see an Andox, which is a popular fast food chain. But they do have more traditional type food. You know, noodles, the pancit, kentong, all that. And yeah, you look around for obviously individual restaurants. And what was the other one? Buddies Filipino food. Yeah, really nice. Man, I should have gone to Buddies more, because I didn't know about it. That's why I'm so glad Lauder and Oksana took us there. Had I known, I would have been eating it at Buddies every day, you know, all the time. Yeah, it's good food. And they have everything, you know, soups, meats, you know, rice, noodles, you know, all the different types of dishes, you know. All right, so let's keep going. So I got a bit carried away there, guys. Come on, where are you from? Tell me where you're from, ask questions. All right, let's keep going. Mike's asking, have I been to Orchard Inn Resort? I went past there. I'm pretty sure I went past there, but no, I haven't stayed there. I'm pretty sure I went past. because I saw the big sign and I was walking around. But no, sorry, brother. You might have to Google that one. Two pair says, I love that story of the girl who went to the Philippines and who wanted to charge you. Hilarious. Yeah, El Hookah. That was the El Hookah story, brother. Like, seriously, man. You know, I was green, right? I was so green. You know, and I just thought, look, I'm just going to share this story. And it was like true. I'm not bullcrapping. And other people have come forward and told me, yeah, they had similar experiences, or you know, the principles are the same. That just you get all sorts of scams. All sorts of scams and opportunities. It's really sad. And don't get me wrong, we can't be uppity because it happens in Australia too. Just that people don't always like to talk about it, or they're not always honest. You know. So yeah, man, that was crazy. But the experience of a lifetime. The adventures, right? Adventures of a lifetime. And Jess is saying he's Mexican American from LA. Hey, cool, man. What do you say? Estupendo. Yeah, I was watching. What is it? El Chapo, the El Chapo series. Yeah, respect to Mexico, but it was a good series about El Chapo and the whole what is it, Sinaloa, the Sinaloa cartel, plata o plomo. Anyway, let's keep going. But yeah, you know, that's cool, man. Yeah, Norby, love me some Andox. Yeah, brother, I love Andox. Seriously, barbecue meats, or get a burger or something, or the noodles, or the rice bucket meals. See, I'm getting carried away. But it's a great way. I got a Canadian and American onto it too. I met these travelers. We became friends, you know, and we're hanging out. And I got them onto it, and they're like, man, this is cool. It's affordable, good food. And then, you know, you just to get some food in you. And then if you want to go out and eat fancy, you can. You can go to a fancier restaurant or whatever. But yeah, it was just our little local hangout. And that's when Makati and Docs used to have an upstairs area, like a big upstairs area, you know, just with tables and chairs. So yeah, we'd meet up there and hang out there, and yeah, that was like The Hangover, you know, like that movie. We'd meet up there the next day and go, "What happened to you? We lost you," and you know, "Oh, did you meet her?" And, you know, like we tell our stories. And lucky because I'm, you know, I was a vlogger, I had my camera. They were looking at the photos and like, "What did that happen? When did I do that?" You know, so yeah, good memories is my point. But I think to save money, they closed down the upstairs of Endox. It's a shame. They should have. If anything, I think they should expand it. That's a great Endox down there in Makati. But yeah, look, they have a chain. They have a chain. Some of them are simple, just a takeaway, and some are actually restaurants. But, see, I'm getting carried away. Two Pair says yes, it was. Okay, huh? Mike saying how much you spend in the bay? What? In the bay there? In the bar there? Mike, I'm gonna help you out, brother. I get it. No, and I'm happy to. These are good questions. You don't keep asking. Let me help Mike out. Mike, because maybe you knew. So I'm gonna show you something just because some guys are new. So here's the Cebu. Now this is an old video, but it's still very relevant. It's the Cebu hotel scam video. So just to give you an idea about scams, I was very emotional and I had conjunctivitis. All right, I had an eye infection, and I was very emotional. I was very pissed off because I'd just been involved in this stupid scam and ruined my trip. At that time, I was traveling through South Cebu, and I was blinking a lot. So one, I naturally blink a lot, you know, rapid eye movement, because I have a faster brain function, because I have a computer chip. It's a thing. If you think too fast, you blink too much. So anyway, and then two, yeah, so that would just get you started, Mike and anyone else. The Cebu, you know, just talking about the scams in Cebu and the hotel scams. And the other one you're gonna need is I'll send you my Manila taxi scam video too. So it has cleaned up. It has cleaned up. This is the airport taxi scams. Just to show you how chaotic it was in the past. It has cleaned up, right? It has cleaned up. It's not like that anymore. Or if it is reported, you know, reported or whatever. That's why they cleaned it up, because I was making videos about it and they, you know, they had to do something because it got attention. That's the whole point. It's not to offend. It's to get attention onto the issue so we can fix it, and they did. So, but the reason why, Mike, you're asking questions that sound like you might be a bit new. No offense. So I think you're better off getting some of this more crucial info. And Mike, I'll do it for you, bro. Look, Mike, tell me where you're from, huh? Tell me a bit more about yourself, because I'm doing all this for you now, and also anyone who's interested. Okay, so this is the Angeles City one. Foreigners targeted. All right, foreigners targeted. That's a great one. Well, I'll talk about it. And this guy, this young Australian guy, you know, he's green, and he was getting jacked, bro. Like the girls were just ripping him off. The girls were just jacking him. They were milking him. You know, so. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm catching up on comments. Mike saying he watches all my videos. Okay, well, this is great for other people then. Sorry, Mike, my apologies. But, you know, it's great to share the links because people are asking the same thing. Jack Kane, Endox has rebuilt in Makati, have upstairs again with aircon. Oh, thank you for telling me, Jack. See, I'm excited. I'm gonna take a trip back and I will go back to my favorite Endox. You know, you'll see me hanging out up there. Yeah, cool. Mike says, been there my 3 times already. Ah, I see. All right. Well, hey, congrats, man. Yeah, because you have a very interesting name. Gaudrao? How do you say your name, man? I don't want to butcher your name. But yeah, cool, Mike. Maybe you're Cajun? Are you like French Canadian, or you're Cajun? You got a Dutch or French background? What's another one? What's another one? Yeah, so this is the Mango Square one, brother. So come on, man. If you've seen all my videos, then you know you've seen the Mango Square one. But all right, so you know that's just there. I'm just gonna post it so you can read it or not. You know, whether you're interested or not. So let's keep going. But yeah, look, hey, great points, Mike. Great questions. A 2-pair, is that airport bullet scam a thing of the past? Yes, that's the Tanimbala. Tanimbala, let me show you. Tanimbala means bullet planting. Yeah, so I mean, I heard it's still happening, but the government did a couple of solutions. One, they can just confiscate the bullet, meaning if someone finds a bullet planted in your luggage, they can just confiscate it and let you go. Right, so that way it doesn't ruin your trip as a traveler because you have to get your goddamn flight. So that was the problem. They would extort people. You're now stuck. Hey, you have ammunition in your bag, a bullet, and then you want to get your flight, so they scam you for whatever cash you have in order to let you go. If you don't, they arrest you, and then again you have to pay more to get out of the jail and all these things. So yeah, that has been addressed. So one, they can just confiscate the bullet and let you go. Two. What is it? I think. Oh yeah, and also the president said he'll fire the whole goddamn airport. He said if he catches people doing this scam again, he'll just fire the whole airport, the whole shift. Meaning because the whole shift is involved. You see, there's no way they can plant evidence unless all the staff are involved. So he said, look, I know what's going on. This is unacceptable. If you keep planting evidence in an airport, stupid, right? Then you just fire the shift. And they stopped doing it. You see. They stopped doing it because no one was taken seriously. No one was taking responsibility. So good on them, or good on him, President Duterte. I mean, because otherwise, you know, we're still putting up with these stupid scams. So let's keep going. What's another good one? Oh yeah. So I made a commemorative shirt, so you guys can check it out just for fun. This is my The Adventures shirt. This is my commemorative Tanimbala shirt. I've got to wear it. I was actually injured. I actually got injured in Quran. That's why I didn't wear it. I was actually banged up on my arm and side. And that's why I didn't wear it, because I just wasn't feeling it. But if I was in better health, I would have worn that shirt around Manila just to stir up. Just to stir him up. I made a Tanimbala shirt. So yeah, I'll post the link. 2-pair. Yeah, such a killer for tourism. Yeah, exactly, man. It's really sad. Oh, sorry, Mike. Yes, you're Canadian. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Canada. You got Dr. Jordan Peterson. Dr. Jordan Peterson is cool. I'm not sure if you're into him, but yeah, he's a very good lecturer, and you know, he's sharing a lot of good things with the world, I think. So yeah, and he's really put Canada on the map in a good way. Really, it's about time. It's about time we had a professional, educated, serious professional, encouraging responsibility and good things. Time to clean up your room, sort of thing. Yeah, he's encouraging people to clean up their room. For the most part, we need it. We need it more than ever. So anyway, Two pair. Yes, it's such a killer for tourism. Yep. So yeah, exactly, man. All these scams, all this bad behavior, it ruins tourism. You know, and someone actually asked me that question, like, why do you bother with all this stuff? Well, one on Be Adventures, it's actually quite the adventure. I like it, and it's these challenges in life. Like I've learned so much. I've learned so much from each challenge. You know, at the time it sucks, but you know, you have to learn from it and grow. Otherwise, you won't get past it. Meaning you'll literally be stuck in that situation, or you keep having the same problem. And I think in general, for the most part, it's a very friendly, beautiful country. I mean, people are very friendly, and you know, beautiful beaches and islands, whatever. But along the way, there's a lot of scams, a lot of opportunists. It's just something you have to accept. And a lot of foreigners get surprised by that, myself included, because you go there with your own local mentality, Australian mentality or American mentality. You know, where you come from a developed country, it's not so much a problem. And then you land, and everyone's trying to scam you, and everyone's asking for money. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know, it gets a bit overwhelming. So, yeah, look, it's not uncommon in any developing country to be like that, because it's developing. There's more haves and have-nots, or more people, you know, doing it tough. So, yeah, it's not to be mean or something, but yeah, it's part of battling the dragon. It's part of life. You know, you got to learn how to deal with challenges and find solutions. If you ignore the problem, it doesn't go away. You gotta find solutions. So yeah, anyway, look, great chat, guys. Come on, ask questions. Ask questions. Thank you, everyone who's watching right now live. I do appreciate it. And since I've caught up on the comments, I'll keep going with some topics. So awesome, we're doing great on time too. So we're already 1 hour. Excellent. So this is something that's really interested me. Value add, or adding value. So basically, it's something I think people don't really understand and take for granted, and it's also a big part of getting ahead. So that's why I'm even adding value right now in this video. So what do I mean? Well, adding value or value add is often when you do something where you don't really charge money for it. You're just doing it to add value, to do a better job. And something you're supposed to be doing, meaning you're supposed to be doing a better job anyway, or getting good at your job, whatever that may be, a profession or a trade, you know, office or indoor, outdoor, right? But there's also opportunity costs or opportunities that people don't think. So I'll give you an example. It could always be worse. Yeah, it could always be worse. So you're looking at something going, oh, this sucks, but it could always be worse. You need to look at the other opportunities or the other things going on, other options. So I'll give you guys an example. I was looking at, I'm into tech. I'll give you a practical one. I was looking at computers, and I wanted to buy this crash hot thin and light laptops. So thin and light is the thing, like the Apple Air, Apple Mac Air. It's a very popular one. I'm not gonna know where I'd buy it, but it's a very thin and light laptop. I went, okay, well, cool. There's a good benchmark. You see, I'm just being fair. All right. So I looked into it, and I didn't like the specs. I didn't like it. It was fairly weak. So in Australia, everything is expensive. Why would I buy that laptop when it's twice or even sometimes 3 times more expensive than another laptop, like a Windows-based laptop? Again, thin and light. So let's just go with that. I'm not exaggerating, because sometimes things are very expensive in Australia. And at the time when I was looking, it was like 2,000 something. Some places even $3,000. Oh, insane. So then I looked at another top of the range thin and light Windows machine, $2,000. Okay, a bit better, but still quite expensive. And then I looked at another one. 1,500. Okay, now we're talking, and it's not just about price. I'm looking at the options. This one for 1,500 has the same specs or very similar specs, because I learned about technology, computers, the RAM, the hard drive, but it comes with an SSD, even a small 256 gigabyte SSD from factory. Core i5 or Core i7, both. Hey, so already that's more value. So then you got to ask yourself, well, wait a minute. If I buy that computer for $3,000, am I getting twice the computer? Is that twice the value? Because if it is, great. That's what you look at. How much more value are you getting by paying more money? But also, how much more value are you losing if you pay less? Because people usually get cheap, right? They think, oh, I'm just going to pay less. You don't always go for the cheaper option. You got to look at the actual value equation. And whatever value is in your locality. So again, I'm in Australia. Technology is very expensive. Sometimes even twice as expensive than America. So you're like, oh, geez, wow. Maybe, for example, if your iPhone costs $1,000 in America or $1,200, maybe it costs $2,000 in Australia. You see, it becomes very expensive. So again, looking at the value equation. So it's something all of you should be thinking about, meaning, don't always go for cheap. And then when you buy something, learn about it so that you're not getting ripped off, or the value equation. So that's what happens, you see. People go out and buy a $3,000 computer because they don't understand computers, and they're just overpaying. It's overpriced. They could have got the same computer or even better for half the price, but they didn't bother to look into it. And that's actually a great way to get ahead. So it's commonly called value investing. Not to get too carried away, it's called value investing, and I do a lot of financial work. So that's why I thought I might start talking about that more and sharing that more, because that is a big part of my life and background. But yeah, see, it goes both ways. It's not just investing, getting all excited. It also includes, how you spend your money and how you live. And the reason why it's so important is how you get ahead and beat a recession. Yeah, I said it. So that's the point it's gotten to, because people they don't quite get it. Like, why would they even care? Well, in a recession, the economy melts and you become unemployed. So you're gonna care. You're gonna care when your iPhone becomes $10,000, or you're gonna care when you can't afford food. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep. Finally, we've got some questions coming through. But yeah, look, I'll just keep touching on topics, and then you guys keep asking questions. Be cool. Yeah, Bradley. Hey, Bradley, where are you from? Good to hear from you, bro. Tupair says, any tips on finding a good-hearted Filipina and any of those dating sites before you visit? Yeah, so I would recommend Filipina Cupid and Tinder, like as in setting up Tinder on your phone. It's a phone-based app, but I believe you can even. I'm not sure. I think you can get email notifications on it now too, so that way you can check it on other devices. Anyway, Filipino Cupid and Tupair, and for everyone, expect a 10% reply ratio. Just because you message your girl doesn't mean she's going to reply you, and just because you like her doesn't mean she's going to like you back, right? And this applies to all dating, whether in person or whether online or whatever. It's usually about a 10% ratio. I've just noticed that. I've spoken to other Australian friends, American friends, Filipino friends. We've all found about a 10% ratio, and people from different walks of life too. Younger Australian guys, older Australian guys. So yeah, just understand that. So especially with online dating, expect a 10% reply rate. Even then, don't get upset. Okay? Move on. Don't get upset. Move on. They might get back to you 3 months later, 6 months later. So that actually happened to me. Tupair, I talked about it last video where I was doing the online dating thing, met a nice girl, gorgeous, good looking, nice. She called me. She goes, I want to call you as soon as possible on the phone. And we did a, live chat, video phone call. She was smart. She wanted to see, am I real? She said, I don't believe you look like your pictures. I went, oh, okay. So, and I said, same. I don't believe it. Well, fine, same. So she was really nice, you see. And then, she was in Manila and we're chatting, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so that's the first thing. You got to get video confirmation as soon as possible. Okay, you got to get video confirmation as soon as possible. If they give you excuses, they're a scammer. They're full of shit. So even her, she was paying for load, her own prepaid. She still spent the money just to call me, even for a minute, just to see if I was for real and to show she was for real. So yeah, so that would be my biggest tips there. And try Filipino Cupid, man. But just understand, some of them are fake. They're just pictures on the internet. They're not real accounts. They're fake. That's why you got to get video confirmation as soon as possible. And then you got to go through the grind, man. You got to ask questions. Be honest. Don't be afraid to be honest, and encourage them to be honest too. Like, even if you get a bit upset, take a break. Take a break from chatting and just say, yeah, let's take a break. I'm going to get something to eat or whatever. Because better that they're honest, man. Because the reality is, and I've dealt with girls in Australia like this too, okay? Just to be fair. You can't get uppity. Sometimes girls are dating multiple guys. They're not telling you that. They're seeing multiple guys. They're seeing 3, 4, 5 guys, right? They don't necessarily tell you that. They're looking for the best suitor. They're looking for the best one, so to speak, or the most suitable one at the time. So what do you think these girls are doing? They might be not touching, just internet dating. They might be chatting and getting to know or seeing some other guys. Whatever bullcrap term you want to put on it. So they might not necessarily be going on dates with them. Sometimes they are. But yeah, they're getting to know the different suitors. So that's why the best thing you can do is be honest. Be honest and move on, and the good ones come back. That applies to many things in life. Be honest. Try to be smooth, but be honest, and the good ones will come back. And that actually happened to me with some scammers and fake accounts because I was being honest and encouraging them to be honest. They just blocked me. They just left. And I found out later they weren't real. Meaning, because I was asking them to send me a copy of their ID, like, again, take a photo of their driver's license, whatever. No, I was asking for video chat. No, see, they weren't real. So I just said to them, hey, look, I've been honest. I'm trying to be nice, get to know you. But if you're not being honest, then, yeah, off you go. Go on your way. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, good question, man. I got carried away there, but I hope that helps. David Bond says, too many hookers on dating sites. They can be. No, well, look, come on, let's be real. They can be. And again, I don't want to be uppity. I have not many on Australian dating. Myself and other friends have experienced that too. They may not be openly, not hardcore, but they're just trying. I've dealt with that in Australia too. They're just trying. They're trying to see what they can get. Oh, can you pay my rent? Oh, can you drive me around, buy me dinner? Blah, blah, blah. They're just trying to use you for whatever. But I've actually had girls try that one. Apparently, it's a thing. I'm not sure how common it is, but I've heard from other guys in the West, America and Australia. Yeah, it's a thing. Girls asking you to pay their rent, and you're like, ooh, what the heck? So hey, whatever. Whether you feel like doing that or not, but already what's going on? They're just after money. So anyway, Jack Kane. David also scammers. Yep, they're just having a chat. Yep, hey, good one, guys. Jack Kane and David Bond. Let's keep going. Jess is saying, I look Filipino, so no issues with locals over anything. Agree, Filipino Cupid is a good bet. Going to malls, not many cuties. Sorry, you're right, because malls in Philippines are very nice. They tend to be very nice, or they can be. And they're not the same as our malls here in the West. In the West, we decentralize. We purposely break up our malls so we have more of them in different suburbs and towns. And that way it's more convenient and reduces traffic. Where in Philippines, they have mega malls, super malls, wow, huge, beautiful. And they use them as community centers. So yeah, you can actually go down to the mall and meet a girl, like actually go around just talking. As I said, they might respond, they might not. Some girls have actually come up and introduced themselves. I could tell they're hitting on me. They're like, oh, hi, nice to meet you, where are you from? And they're like, giggling and shy. And oh, okay. So yeah, that shocked me too. When I was new, I was like, what? But people are very friendly, and hey, there you go. Some of them are working too. As I said, you can't. I know it's a very funny thing, and if you've seen my videos, you'll see sometimes I'm getting upset or emotional because I'm traveling, and I'm also adjusting and trying to learn from the local culture. Yeah, you can't be too judgmental because stuff like that happens in our countries too. We just don't necessarily talk about it or share it. But yeah, some girls are going out to the mall and trying their luck. There may be business involved, but you got to be honest. Just encourage them to be honest, and you be honest too, and the good ones come back. But yeah, sometimes you get freelancers at the mall too. Wherever there's foreigners, really, wherever there's foreigners. So if it's a popular tourist area or whatever, of course they want to get the tourism. I mean, same applies in Australia. We have tourist areas in Australia, that cater for different things, and of course they want that tourism money. Anyway, let's keep going. To pair, yes, can't blame them for talking to many guys since most guys are doing the same. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. I'm not being silly. I actually think girls do it more. So it's not. I'm not saying that in a prejudiced or disrespectful way. It's just their nature. They're playful. They can be playful, meaning they're not necessarily going to meet them. They're not necessarily going to date them or anything. They're just having some fun, chatting online. A lot of girls do that, even wasting people's time. They'll even do it just to muck around with you, razz you. But yeah, some girls just do it for fun. Yeah, so yeah, let's keep going. They're just entertainment. They're just doing it to kill some time. Yeah. Okay, Jess is saying, Jess, you might as well change your account name because it's instead of doing the JL Mark, just say Jess Mark or something, or Jess. People are awesome in PI or Philippines. PI means Philippine Islands, but that's the old name. You just say Philippines, man. The official name now is Republic of Philippines, but no one says that. But anyway, I know what you're saying. Nothing but love and respect for such humble, kind folks there. Yeah, look, they do have big hearts. They're known for being very friendly. You see that in my videos. That was also the huge attraction, why I went so many times. And for those of you who don't know, I keep going, obviously, for the adventures, but I'm investigating. I'm investigating for myself. Is there a place I like where I can settle down, maybe live, or even just an extended stay? And if I find such a place, well, then obviously I'll do it. So that's why I keep going back and exploring. I'm exploring for myself, for the great adventure, but also hopefully maybe I'll find a place I'd like to retire to or move to, or even just stay longer. So yeah, no, it can be very beautiful and very friendly people, but because it's a developing country, there's a lot of opportunists. Right? And again, I learned so much from that. I'm not kidding, guys. I'm being serious. I learned so much from that, and then I realized, bingo, I caught scams here because of my experience in Philippines of hardcore scams. I caught scammers here in Australia. So that's what I mean. We can't be uppity. I've caught people doing, maybe more advanced or more, how can I say, better covered up scams, but I still caught them. I knew straight away, okay, something's going on. So don't get me wrong, that experience taught me a lot. You see what I mean? Because I've become more aware and more sensitive to it, I was like, okay, bingo, I was catching people here. And I report them. Sometimes we're too nice, report them, especially in Australia, because we can actually take legal action, be it police or the law or civil action, you can sue them. So, yeah, don't put up with it. Don't put up with it, because the idea is that we're talking about Australia, in Australia, or maybe your home country, wherever you're from, America or Europe. If they're scamming, imagine how many people they've scammed. So they were trying to scam me, whatever, $100, whatever. Imagine how many people they've done it to. That's why you got to report it. You got to stop them from doing it, because they've done it to other people. It's out of control. And we have news shows like Today Tonight, A Current Affair, like investigative journalism. And they caught some. They caught some scammers. They're talking to them on the phone, recording them on camera for the TV show. Yeah, people like just trying to get you to pay stupid things, like pretending to be a bank or pretending to be the tax office, things like that. So people get scared and go, "Oh, I better pay my tax bill. It's a scam. It's bullcrap." Stupid. So anyway, let's keep going. But yeah, like I said, so even we cover it on our TV shows. Let's keep going. I should have found that video to share with you guys. That was a cool video. Okay, two pair. Are the scammers and hookers more the ones often available for live chat? No, look, it's not to say that two pair. It's that you've got to be honest with yourself, and you got to try and encourage them. Like you got to be smooth and nice, encourage them to be honest too. So that's why I found a lot of this out. Where this nice girl, let's call her Jay. I don't want to say her full name yet. Let's just call her Jay. Nice girl, Jay. A nice Filipino, beautiful, good looking. She worked at a hotel, and she was showing me, video chatting, showing me, blah blah blah, and she showed me her uniform. When she was sending pics and video, she told me. She said, "Look, I've been dating a couple other guys, meaning one at a time. One at a time. That's the wisest thing. Always one at a time, be it a guy or a girl." And she said, "Look, I was dating this French guy, and it didn't work out, meaning he went back to France. I was dating a Belgium guy, same thing. He went back. So she said, look, I'm not into this." See, she's being honest with me. She goes, this guy's on their vacation or extended stay, and then she's looking for marriage and wants to settle down. So she told me, she said she's been online dating with an American guy, and also me. So she was just honest. So I said, okay, and I said, well, look, if that's the way it is, and I wish you well, and thank you for your honesty. You see, I didn't get all upset. And she said, oh, okay, cool, because she felt comfortable and safe to say that. And I said, and also this guy got in first, meaning she'd been online dating with this other American guy first. So I said, no, that's okay. You go with him because that's better. If she was my girlfriend, I'd want her to be loyal, you see. Or if she was dating me, I'd want her to be loyal to me. I wouldn't want her mucking around. So that's why I said, no, you focus on him. But in regards to friendship, it's nice to build a friendship, and we just kept chatting as friends. Keeping it respectful. If I got a bit too naughty or dirty, you should say, no, look, hey, not into this stuff. But yeah, you got to go through the grind, man. As in, it just takes time, just like anything. Whether it's Australia or Philippines, you got to spend the time to get to know them and test them out. Like I said, once you feel comfortable, ask to see their ID. Is that really their name? Ask to see their qualifications. And same, you show your ID, you show your qualifications. I've actually been doing that. I know it sounds funny. I've been doing that. It's just much faster. Much faster. You cut through the bull crap straight away. Like, hey, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. And if they don't, then you already know. Bull crap. You already know. It's not even real. It's not even a real account. So, yeah, good questions too, Pay. I wish you were on the last stream because we were covering this and yeah. But yeah, no, good questions, man. Keep them coming. Jess is saying people are awesome in PH. Nothing but, oh yeah, sorry, we already covered that. Tupe saying yes, friendliest people I've ever met from the Philippines. Okay. Jess is saying, do you recommend any of the Burgos hotels? I do. If you are interested, Jess, I do recommend. How's that? How's that in? Let me get that for you. How's that? It's a sports bar, but they also have a hotel. Let me just find that for you, brother. Oh yeah, so I stayed there. That was the Andox video, but I'll share the dedicated video. How's that in hotel? That's just up from Burgos Street in Macau. That's just up from Burgos Street. So I find that it's affordable, it's clean, it's like a studio. They have a microwave in the room. You know, it's a bit more homely. Oh geez, I got to catch up on comments. Gosh, I've got to catch up on comments, guys. Yep. So I'm just catching up. Great, thank you guys. Yep, this is great questions. Yeah, I don't stay at the Clipper anymore, man. I'm not happy with him. I'm just going to say that straight. I'm not happy with John, the Filipino John, the owner, or Sir John, we call him, out of respect. Not happy with Sir John. I did speak to him several times. I called him, we did video chat, and I spoke to him in person while I was there. I said, John, I'm not happy with this, man, because they're raising the fees. They're charging extra fees. So not just the hotel room, they do plus extra, meaning like a trick, like similar to Opportunist, the scheme. Plus extra, plus extra. They charge you extra for a guest. They charge you extra for this, extra for that. It comes off as very dishonest and greedy. And I've certainly given him a lot of free publicity, meaning he didn't cop me rooms, he didn't pay me or nothing. I was just doing it to be nice because I did enjoy staying there. But yeah, they're not very welcoming anymore. They're not very affordable anymore. And they themselves have been having scams, meaning staff have been charging customers cash. Or sorry, you walk in, hey, I want to stay here tonight, okay? You pay cash. The staff have been stealing the cash. So his hotel has been suffering that too. So yeah, not very nice. And also I told him, I said, man, come on, you got to manage your own business. You're at the end of the day, he's the owner and he's part of management. He needs to take responsibility and run a better business. Add value, like what I was saying earlier. So it's not always just about money. You got to learn to add value, and keep people coming back and build a good reputation. So anyway, so yeah, I don't stay at the Clipper anymore, just to clarify, guys. And I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it unless you get some awesome online sale. Even then, they'll try to charge you extra, when you arrive. But yeah, so I don't recommend it. There's other good places. Mike's asking, would you let meet you at the airport? Whatever. I guess I don't know what he means. Maybe what, airport transfer or something. Hey, Lawrence L. Hey, Lawrence. Good to hear from you, man. Lawrence is cool. All right. May Fundador. Always great topic here about Philippines so far. Thanks, May. May, are you the very talkative one? You were stirring me up last video. Let me just check. Pads 46. Hello from Boston. Hey, but we got all these people from Boston, man. Joe Rogan's cool. He's from Boston. And The Departed. The Departed. You know that movie? The Boston Gangsters. They're cool. And what else? The Town with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Yeah, so Boston's on the map. You guys are famous. What else? Yeah, you got all these famous actors and people from Boston. Yeah, and many movies. Anyway, so hey, Pads, you need a better name, brother. Just use your first name, like David Pads. I don't know, Maxi Pads, Max Pads. Yeah, you should call yourself Max Pads. Anyway, David Bond. Yep, cool. Everyone's saying hello, right? David Bond, I'm not razzing you because you got an awesome name. You should call yourself David Bond Norway or something, or David from Norway, or David the Viking. I don't know. David Bond from Norway. Just so you don't get confused with the controversial David Bond, because there's the other controversial guy who got into trouble and scams and whatever. But yeah, David from Norway is cool. All right. Jack Kane says, personally, I live at the Citadel Inn when the Makati place is good, or Makati Palace. Okay. If they're for a month stay, there are many local people renting units. Yes, so like Airbnb, I've heard people having good luck with Airbnb, using rental units or longer stay vacation homes, so to speak. So for those who are not familiar, Airbnb, you can use someone's home like a hotel, and it's a bit more affordable. And yeah, rental options. Yeah, so I looked at some, and there was too many scams. I mean, I didn't look at too many, but I just got disheartened. That's why I just went to the Clipper those first few trips. There's just so many scams. Like you go look at the apartment, you have to go down there. You actually have to go down there because you can't just trust the internet with private listings and things like that. And as a foreigner, they naturally will try and scam you. But okay, thanks for sharing, Jack. You know, we can look into that. I'm going to quickly Google it now. You got my attention. Thank you for sharing. Citadel Inn, Makati. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah. Okay, thank you for sharing. Maybe I'll try it too next time. Yeah, it looks affordable. Looks about $50 to $60 Australian. Or maybe I can find an online sale or something. So, yeah, so maybe what, $30 US, $40 US a night. And then Makati Palace. Let's just give that a quick check because you gave it some attention. Yes, I've seen that place. Yeah. That looks okay too. A bit nicer. Yeah. Let me just make sure I got the right one. Sometimes they have different branches. Yeah. Okay. Yep. That's a bit more expensive, so more around $60, $70 a night. But yeah, it certainly does look very nice. Want to get to Australia? Oh, they got a pool. Yeah. I like that. Classy with a pool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Hey, good call, Jack. Thank you for sharing. Because maybe I check it out. Even just for a night or two, just to review it. Yeah, that'd be nice. All right, Jack. Jack, are you the one I met in Makati? You're actually living in Makati? Jack, is that you? Forgive me, because people use different names and avatars and whatever, So, let's keep going. David saying good, going to Thailand soon. Yeah, David, good on you, man. Hey, lucky you. And I'd love to hear about your trip. I hope it goes well. Take plenty of pictures, even short videos. Get some highlights. Yeah, good on you, man. I hope you have a good trip. And yeah, Thailand is still the king of tourism. I wouldn't mind going back myself. Yeah, and from what I understand, they have been improving. They've been developing more and doing very well for themselves. Hey, they got the business, meaning they wanted the business, they got it, and they certainly utilized it as well as they could. I did find things very organized. Things were very, very well catered for tourists in Thailand. Obviously I was in tourist areas, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to go to bad areas. Let's keep going. May says, yeah, she's having a chat with David. Good on you guys. Fine. That's cool. You guys are getting along. May's very talkative. May, I like you, and I'm so happy you joined us. But I'm going to give you a timeout, I think. I'm going to give you a timeout. Not personal, just for fun. Because I haven't given someone a timeout before. So, May, I'm going to give you a timeout because sometimes you're just too much. You're just hijacking the chat. She talks too much. So it's like, May, whose show is this? It's The Adventures. It's my own damn show. What's wrong with you? Anyway, Jack says aircon makes the most noise if you want quiet. Then request off street. Yep, very good call, Jack. That's also why I like How's That Inn, the hotel at the back of the sports bar. Even though it's a sports bar on the street, on the main street, at the back, thick brick walls, man, double brick walls. You can't hear nothing. Thick concrete. I got the best sleep there, man. Seriously, and that's right in at the end of Burgos Street. It's right in Burgos. Yeah, so that was a very unique one. Affordable, right on Burgos Street, and very quiet, a good, comfortable sleep, and nice studio setup. Yep, Jack's saying no problem anytime. Mike is saying no, a girl. I don't know what Mike's saying. All right, they're getting carried away. Yep, but go ahead, feel free to ask questions, guys. If I missed it, ask it again so I can catch it. Paul Ellis, hey Paul, good to hear from you. Dino says, what's a good hotel in AC? I already posted that, Dino. So Apollonia and Brass Knob, and there's plenty of naughty ones too. Naughty ones to cater for whatever acrobatics you would like to do inside. So yeah, but I need to explore more. That's a good question, Dino. I do need to explore more because I was asking some friends and they were the same. They were looking into different penthouses and really high class ones. So my point is just a better quality stay and better quality trip. So yeah, so next time I might splash out a bit more. But yeah, I would just say Apollonia is affordable and good quality. That's a good all-rounder. And Brass Knob is a bit more affordable. And that's another option too, as in that's good value. I wouldn't mind staying at Brass Knob. And that's run by an Australian and Filipino. So I met him. He saw me taking pictures and he goes, what are you doing? This Aussie guy. I go, oh, I'm taking pictures. And he's like, and video. He's like, is there anything wrong? I go, no, I just like the hotel. And he goes, oh, okay. And he's like, okay, he thought something was wrong. And he said, yeah, okay, take all the pictures you want. So I said, who are you? And he goes, oh, I'm the owner. It's an Australian guy, him and his wife, they're running it. Obviously an Australian expat. But yeah, it was just funny. Anyway, Paul is saying, the Clipper Hotel guy, John, from the beginning, I found him sneaky the way he talked to Brendan. I thought to myself, he was about the money. Yep. Yeah. Thank you, Paul. Look, I had to accept that. I had to be honest with myself that though I liked him and the hotel chain and all that, yeah, very sneaky. And like I said, I spoke to him directly. I spoke to him in person and video chat. I gave him plenty of chances. Certainly nice about it. And yeah, very greedy, very dishonest and greedy. And that's what I meant about value add and also reputation. It's so important. You ruin your reputation in a minute, in a second, and people won't do business with you no more. So that's why I haven't been going back to the Clipper, and I don't want to give him any more coverage. But not just that, yeah, just wasn't happy. Wasn't a good business. Pads is saying I played hockey, was a goalie, so hence the Pads name. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's like your nickname. Okay. Well, use your first name like Max Pad, Maxi Pads. You get the joke. Anyway, Paul Ellis, it sounds like the Clipper Hotel is all about the money. He didn't appreciate you promoting the business at all. And yeah, thanks, man. Exactly, Paul. And I spoke to him directly. I just said, look, hey, I'm happy to do some more promotion if you want to work together. That's business, right? There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to do business, do business. If you want to be friends, be friends. You know what I mean? It's okay, one or the other. But yeah, he was just taking advantage, basically. So that's why I said, look, hey, I did it out of kindness and I did it out of sincerity. So, you got the coverage. That's cool. And then that's it. I had to move on. Because he was asking, oh, Brandon, why haven't you come back to my hotel? And I was like, because I don't want to. I said, brother, I already told you, so let's move on. Jack saying yes most of the time. Rest of the time, Wisconsin, USA to cold here, opposite of the Philippines colder. Yeah. It's getting colder here too in Australia, Southern Hemisphere. So typically mid-year we're getting, winter, like even snow and ice sometimes, depending on where you live. Yeah, so okay, I see what you mean. You might spend winter in Philippines and vice versa. Yeah, okay. Dino saying thanks. Jesus Mets. Jesus Mets. Hello. Well, hello, Jesus. Or was it Jesus? Or Jesus, however you like to pronounce it. Yeah, thank you for joining us. What else we got? Pad's too funny. Yep. Paul Ellis. How is Andre going? Wouldn't know, brother. I moved on. He went on his merry way, and I wished him well. And did he find a good Filipino? Oh man, look. He's like the classic tourist who got overexcited, and I say this respectfully. And he didn't believe me, and he admitted it to me later, right? He got all excited. He fell for the hype, going, oh, El Nido, cool, super cool, show off, Philippines. Everything's like a selfie. Everything's slow motion. And it's like, nah, brother, that's the internet. That's social media. It's entertainment. It's cool. It's normal. You're allowed to enjoy it, but it's entertainment. So when he arrived in Philippines, he got very upset, and he had a lot of upsets because it wasn't as cool and show off as he thought. Because all these vloggers, myself included, all these vloggers made it look so cool and oh wow, so fun and happy all the time. No, he was constantly getting scammed, opportunists, blah blah blah. So on the upside, he did meet a lot of girls, meaning a lot of girls were attracted to him as a foreigner, and he had a good time, I think, in that regard. He was very shocked, like, oh wow, I didn't realize this, but also again, the reality check. Some were just, all of them were just after money. But I think that was a very important maturity and life experience for him. I'm not kidding. Where he hadn't had this type of experience before, of so many scams, and also so many girls that were maybe pursuing him, but obviously for money, for material reasons. So that's something he had to deal with. And from what I understand, he got over it, and he's been a couple more times, I think. So, so like I said, that's the classic tourist. They go there overexcited and end up getting scammed. Oh, but I saw this video. I saw this vlogger doing slow motion. I saw this vlogger in El Nido. People actually say that. They actually say like it's a thing, like it's a qualifier. Oh, but I saw a vlogger in El Nido. So what? They had good editing. Okay, yeah, they had awesome video, awesome editing. And then they go to El Nido and get upset because they wasted their money. They get stuck or they get scammed, or it's not the awesome thing they thought it was, So that's what I mean. It's not to hate on a particular place or people. you're going off highlights. It's not a very logical way to make decisions. You're making emotional decisions based on a highlight reel on social media. Nothing wrong with enjoying it. Entertainment, but it's not real. Right? So anyway, yeah, there you go. I had a juicy one there for you, Paul. Two Fair says, any smaller Philippine channels you would like doing collabs with? Not particularly, as in I'm open to it. I'm very, very open to it, but I'm not particularly any that I follow. I'm busy doing my own thing, but don't get me wrong, I'm very open to it. But it's harder than you think because, how can I say, some of them get high on their own supply, and that's what I was just going on about earlier. Some of them get high on their own supply, and they're very hard to meet up with, or they don't want to, or they're very prima donna. They think they're Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. They think they're big celebrities, and they're not. So it's just like, it can be very hard to work with them. But I'm very open to it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you've seen me do collabs before. Okay. Paul is saying, oh, right, he's having a laugh. Yeah, no, I sent him on his merry way. Meaning we had plenty of chats about it. I was like, bro, it's normal. You got to adapt in any country. You got to adapt. You got to try and fit in. So because he was so new in Philippines, he had a lot of he freaked out, a lot of culture shock. That's what I was trying to say. Culture shock. The cultural difference is so great. He was like, whoa, getting shocked. This is too much. So he had to get over that. But no, I just sent him on his way. I wished him well. I said, man, look, I tried to help you, man. I tried helping you out, but he had to learn his lessons. That's life. Like I said, all I could do is be honest and move on, and the good ones come back. So Two Pair says, yes, take the scams as a paid learning experience. Yeah. And it's not just positive thinking, because the problem with positive thinking is it's an entree. It's just a taste. If you're just positive thinking all the time, you become delusional. You become a liar. You become a liar and become delusional. So it's not about being positive or negative. It's about, well, how can I learn from this experience? And a lot of people don't get that because they're not honest with themselves. And that's why I'm trying to encourage it. That's why I say all you can do is be honest. You can lie to the whole world, but you can't lie to yourself. Because if you lie to yourself, then you're crazy. You're a psycho at that point. You're delusional. Yeah. So, it's the whole faking it till you make it. If you fake it, we know you're fake. You're not going to make it. The internet will expose you. It will crush you. And the recession will crush you. Anyway, but yes, very good point, Two Pair. Yeah, when you get scams or even just anything, an experience where you felt cheated, meaning emotionally. Hopefully, you can just get over it. Try to take some time, whatever. Get over it, and go, okay, why was I cheated, or how was I cheated, and then bingo. That way, you don't get cheated no more. Ask for help. You don't have to be an expert. Ask for help. Look into it. You'd be surprised how much you learn. I did a vlog on this. Just to finish up, I did a vlog on this where I went into my bank. I did it in Australia, and the bank was very apologetic, but the bank had been charging me monthly fees, bullcrap fees, which I shouldn't have to pay. They even gave me a better savings interest rate. They gave me better customer service. They processed an international check, paper check. Unless you say something, they won't do it. So I'm not hating just on the bank. I'm just saying, I have to learn from that. Unless I actually say something and complain, they won't do it. This is a friggin' modern bank in Australia, and they wouldn't even process an international check. So lazy. It's the same. That's what I mean by we can't be uppity. Okay, things like that happen in Philippines. They happen in Australia too. So until I complained, now they want to process the check. Now they want my business. Oh, sorry about those fees. We'll take those fees out, and they refunded the fees. Thank you very much. But yeah. So that's what I mean. You have to learn from it. If you don't take action or if you don't find a solution, nothing will be done. So to be fair to the bank, they can't read my mind. They can't read my mind and know what I want either. So you got to communicate. Anyway, so let's keep going. Word of caution. Jack Kane is saying, a word of caution, many but not all think of foreigners as walking ATM machines. Yeah, when I heard that first trip, I was really upset. I was really upset to hear that. Like, whoa, what a disgusting thing to say of another human being. But then, I learned about the culture. It's a developing country, and there's a lot of poor people and poverty. Right. So, yeah, good call, Jack. So that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I meant. See, another good example. I had to get over it emotionally. All right, fine. They call us walking ATMs. They treat us as walking ATMs. Well, you need to learn how to safeguard yourself against that, or don't hang around those people. Yeah, but that's a very good point. Like I said, I got really upset when I heard that term, walking ATM. But yeah, and that's also another thing. You don't have to do business too. If you don't want to do business with someone, or you don't want to do that, then don't do it. You know, the best advice I can give you: don't do it. Like, don't go there. Don't do it. Paul saying there are nice girls there in Philippines. Just have to be patient and get to know the right one. Yes, exactly. Yep, absolutely right, man. Just like anyway, there's nice people here too. You just got to be patient, and you got to go through the churn. Meaning, if it doesn't work out, you got to move on. You know, it might be 1 out of 100. Well, then that means you have to slowly, one at a time, get to know that 1 out of 100 people. So you might go on 100 different dates, 1 at a time. Always recommended, so it's not doesn't get too messy or complicated. And then finally, oh wow, finally, you know, you met the one. And during that journey too, you'll grow and mature. So you yourself might change during that journey and realize, oh, now I get it. And okay, now you better understand what you want. Jess is saying, I can't date here in LA because I love Filipinos too much. Yeah, I get where you're coming from, man. I have that problem too, but you got to try. I have to remind myself, try, like, even just to build up more experience, or just to remember how to, you know, talk to people, build a relationship when, you know, no sex. It's like, I've even said that, like, no sex. I just want to build a friendship and, you know, get to know you more, and also just, how can I say, especially for guys, building experience, learning how to talk to women. You know, it's a thing, because sometimes you turn to jelly, or you get nervous, or you don't know what to say. What's a totally different way of interacting. So yeah, just, you know, keep doing it. Even say, I'm not after sex. I just want friendship. I'm not kidding. And you'd be surprised how turned on girls get when you say that. They get really turned on because they're like, oh, a gentleman. Finally, a gentleman. Finally, a guy who just wants to at least get to know me. You'd be surprised. So yeah, it's actually a thing. It's something a lot of guys don't understand. Anyway, I have a coffee break. Iced coffee now. It's cold. Yeah, Paul Ellis. Which place have I thought about moving to in Philippines? That's the point, Paul. That's why I keep exploring. I was looking into Dumaguete. Now the value equation has gone now. The prices have gone up, skyrocketed, food, rent, everything, because of the foreigners that have been going there, because of us, because of bloggers and popular people covering it. The traffic is a problem there, even because it's a small city attracting way too much traffic now, even from Cebu City. People are even getting buses down there just for work and things like that. I was looking at Cebu City, so because it's more of a city, more convenient. Again, maybe too crowded. The pollution, it's a very rundown city. It's poorly managed, at least at the time when I was there. And President Duterte even complained. He even said, city management, come on, you got to improve. There's trash on the street. There's people pooing and weighing on the street, you know. So now with Duterte, they're trying to cleaning up a bit more. But yeah, so I'm not hating. I'm just saying for myself. So yeah, I've been actively looking. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Not sure. You know, I'd probably like a small city. So that way there's still a bit of convenience, but not too hectic, not too much traffic, not too much crime. You know, all these things. So yeah, so I'm still exploring, Paul. It's a good question. Yeah, you never know. You know, you might see me over there one day, and it's like, oh, suddenly I decided to stay somewhere for a long period or for years. You know, we'll see. That's why I'm exploring. Life in the Philippines as I see it. Hey guys, a big hello to you, Be Adventures. We hope you and your family are doing well and going well for everyone. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. And you, life in the Philippines. Look, I appreciate it. I got some pointers for you right now. Shorten your channel name. Your channel name is way too long. Even for me to say it and give you a shout out was a tongue twister. So shorten it, right? That's already going to be a big help to your channel. Secondly, you need to clean up your channel. I took a look at it. You need to clean it up. Literally, just make it a bit more cleaner, a bit more organized. You need to put that effort in. Treat your channel with a bit more respect, and then other people can respect it, you see. So I say that in support of you, brother. I'm not trying to be too mean or critical. I'm saying that because, hey, I like you. I think you're doing great, but you need to clean up your own channel. And secondly, even in your videos, you can clean up the videos, like use a tripod and use a cleaner camera, even your phone camera. But for some reason, man, your image is very blurry, very grainy. So whether you need more lighting, introduce more lighting into your shots, or to use a better camera, But even, look, I'm using a phone camera. This is a 23 megapixel camera. I mean, this is a nice Sony Xperia. All I'm saying is the modern phones even have good cameras now. But whatever you want to do, whether it's a GoPro or pocket camera. Whatever. So yeah, I'm not razzing on you, brother. I'm just, there's some feedback, all right? Constructive feedback, yeah, for another YouTuber. So Dino's saying, B, are you thinking to live in Philippines full time? Yeah, I was seriously considering it, Dino. Yeah, so I can see where this theme is going. I was seriously considering it, but the laws do not favor foreigners. That's given, like the base. The laws do not favor foreigners, so it's very hard. So I would recommend renting. I wouldn't recommend buying there. I would recommend renting. Even regarding their property law, you know, people will lie to you to sell you something, and of course you don't really own it. They're just doing it to make money out of you. But I believe foreigners can lease apartments and townhouses now. They can lease them, or they lease the lot. So they don't really own it. It's just a lease, a long-term lease. So you see what I mean? I've been looking at these things, investigating it. Don't get me wrong. I know guys have done it, but it's very grey area, and sometimes it's a workaround, meaning it's in the wife's name or it's in a Filipino's name, you know, and all that stuff's dodgy because it all comes falling apart eventually. But yeah, Dino, yes, I have been investigating that. But just to sum up, especially for anyone joining, taking care of business here, you know, obviously still young, still trying to work, still trying to get things together. But yeah, taking care of business here, keeping an eye on the economy because we've got a recession around the corner, an economic recession. So I don't dance around that anymore. I'm just going to start saying it more openly. That's what I'm worried about. I'm keeping an eye on that just because of my finance background. And yeah, if things keep improving, because they are slowly, very slowly, but if things keep developing and improving in Philippines, yeah, I could see myself going there full time or maybe half the year. I think that would be nice too. Maybe I'll live half the year in Philippines, half year. Yeah, that might be nice too. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. But also, hey, there's other countries too. Philippines isn't going anywhere. While they need years to develop, can still go to Thailand or Vietnam or America or what's another good one? You know, Europe or something. You know, China, Japan, yeah, Korea. See what I mean? So I can still keep going other places too. You never know. Maybe I'll find another country too to explore or to live. Yeah. So yeah, good question, man. I know where you're going because yeah, it has been moving that direction. That's why it may seem that way because I am exploring. I am looking to do a transition one day. Let's keep going. So Jess, first time I landed in Manila, he paid a taxi in HK dollars. Okay, Hong Kong dollars. Boy, was he happy. He realized I gave him about 25 US dollars for a short ride. My bad. But like the guy, so no issue. Yeah, exactly. Like at the end of the day, that was value for you at the time, meaning you didn't know the local market. Hey, it's not that big a deal. And that's it. Lesson learned. Just try not to do it again. I was the same. I paid 1,000 pesos for a taxi first trip, thinking 1,000 pesos is like whatever, $25 Australian. Yeah, that's fair. Meaning in Australia, taxis are very expensive. You know, $50, $80, $100 for a taxi. That's what I thought. Yeah, airport taxi, 1,000 pesos, and it turns out no, that's a goddamn scam. It should have been 200 pesos or 300. So you learn. So yeah, I didn't get upset about it. I just went, okay, I got to learn what value is. You know, I need to learn the value equation. And again, guys, I'm going to keep that theme going. So, you know, learn the value equation of adding value or what is value. Yep. Okay. Jess is saying I was so excited. Yeah, I was the same. I was like, oh, 1,000 pesos for this bullcrap taxi. And, you know, I'm new to Manila. I just landed fresh off the plane, fresh off the boat, you know, fresh off the plane. And yeah, it's like, oh, God damn it. And that's why they do it. They target you. You're fresh off the goddamn airplane. You're tired. You're a tourist. Of course, they target you for that reason, you know. You know, again, it can happen here too, in Australia or America or whatever. So, Paul is saying, try to explore Mindanao more, Brendan. I'm sure there will be places there you would see yourself living and having a good life. Thank you, Paul. Yes, I agree. I actually cancelled my Mindanao trips before. I was going to go to CDO, Cagayan de Oro. So if anyone's from there or been there, go ahead and let me know. But yeah, I cancelled my CDO trip because there was rebel activity at the time. This was years ago. There was the NPA rebel activity, you know, like terrorists. And there was some rebel uprisings at the time. This was like 2013, 2014. And now we've also had the Marawi city siege, you know, the uprising, the terrorist uprising. So there was some things going on, but because of that, the army has now had to modernize, retool, rekit. They literally had to buy new uniforms. That's how bad it is. People are saying all this bullshit, EJK, extrajudicial killings. Bullshit, man. The military didn't even have walkie-talkies, radios, or uniforms. They had to buy all this new equipment, basic stuff, right? Just uniforms. Same with the police, uniforms, radios, walkie-talkies. So so the security situation is improving. I checked. There was like an Asian news group, an Asian analyst. They were saying in Southeast Asia, Philippines still has a very poor security situation compared to other countries like Thailand and blah blah blah. So but thanks Paul, thanks for reminding me, because I do want to explore there more. And quite often I've met people from Mindanao in other cities, and they're very nice people, and they can be very beautiful too. Yeah, so I mean it. I met some very nice people that were originally from Mindanao, but they obviously moved for work. Let's keep going. So Dino's saying 100% rent, don't buy. Yep. You need the flexibility too. If someone death threats you, I'm going to kill you, foreigner, or tries to rob you, you may have to leave in a hurry. So better to rent, and the rent can be very affordable too. Yep. Now you're getting me excited, Dino. See, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing? I can go rent out in Philippines while there's a recession in Australia. Hey, look. Right? Don't get upset, because that may be a thing, right? If the economy melts down, I may have to go sit chill out on an island with my coconut, sipping my coconut. Not because I'm a show-off, because, I'm a smart guy. I prepared for it. I knew there was an economic recession coming, so that's why I've got my little exit plan. So, it's a thing now, by the way, people talking trash to me. Even to razz them back a little, just to razz them back, it's like, enjoy the recession. It's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? It's like, enjoy the recession. I'm going to Philippines, But could be the same in Philippines too. Maybe they're a developing country. It's going to be tough there too. Anyway, getting distracted. So, condos can be bought. Only Filipinos can own the land. Yes, Jack. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Excuse me if I wasn't using the right terminology. Yeah, because they've set that up for foreigners. Because I was talking to a lawyer about it. I was talking to a good friend who is a lawyer, a Filipino lawyer, and he was explaining it to me. But he said the same thing. He said, just rent. He said, rent's so affordable. Just keep the flexibility. And he said the same. He said, look, even as your friend, as a Filipino, genuine friend, he's like, man, I worry because someone will try to rob you, someone will try to kill you, or you need the flexibility. You may have to move in a hurry. And he made that clear. He's just being honest as a responsible friend. Because of course everyone else says, oh yeah, so easy, move here. Yes, give me the money. yes, no problem, sir. They're not telling you the real dangers of the real risk. Let's keep going. Paula says there are checkpoints everywhere there. Been to Butuan City, CDO, Surigao. Surigao's in a different location though, but anyway, okay, I know what you're saying. Okay, more checkpoints, yep. Probably from the martial law, because of the recent wars they're fighting and the recent terrorist activity. Yeah, they've increased security. It's about time. That's what we've been waiting for. 20 years. 20, 30 years, guys, we've been waiting to increase security. That's how bad Mindanao was. There was no security. Highly neglected. So good on the Duterte administration and the government for now increasing it. It's Australians, for example, Paul, Australians don't understand when I try to explain it to them. Our police officers here have a sidearm. They usually have a gun, like a Glock. Our police officers here have guns, like, they have equipment, walkie-talkie, uniform, a gun, shotgun, even AR-15s now. People don't understand. They're police. They don't necessarily even have the equipment. They don't get the equipment and training. So, and then even then they don't go out. They don't go out on patrol. They don't go out and do the thing, because why should they? They don't want to risk their lives. They're not very motivated when they don't even have the right equipment. Yeah, so same in America. I mean, you have modern police in America that have equipment and training and all these things. So anyway, it's important to be fair. You got to have some empathy. Understand why is it like that. Okay, two pair. I've always wanted to try Davao City. Such beautiful, friendly women. Yeah, man, I liked it. I went there for a wedding, but yeah, I really liked it. It's very orderly, very safe. It felt like Australia, just that there was lots of Filipinos around. Yeah, I liked it. I liked Davao. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going back too. So thanks, guys. So you're going to be thinking, I want to take another trip, but I want to take care of business here first. But yeah, I'm gonna need another trip soon. um, Dino's saying 100% B. Love your thinking. We need an exit plan. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I can't just sit around waiting for the goddamn economy to melt, recession. Don't get me wrong. It's like I'm here and I'm free and I'm available to help my clients and help businesses and things. But even the attitude I'm getting, people just don't. They don't care. Okay, if they don't care, they don't. If I need to take a break sometimes, then that's what I got to do. Because of my business background, you see. But yeah, so it doesn't even have to be permanent. It could be just a vacation. But fine, let the economy melt. At least you're in a better position. Enjoying some nice resort or a beach in Philippines. Yeah. So that's right. You and me, Dino, will be clinking. Cheers. And people are gonna be getting upset. Oh, how come Dino and Brendan are in Philippines? Oh, how come they're celebrating at the resort? It's because we planned for it. Seriously, I earned it. I'm not ashamed to say it, guys. I worked my ass off. I worked really hard. That's why I'm so single. That's why I'm not married. I worked hard because I knew I was going to focus on certain things in my working career, like studying and getting all these qualifications. And it was just something I wanted to get done, and I did it, and that's why I'm so single now, and also why I'm better positioned. But I made a lot of sacrifices. It sucked. Plenty of times I didn't get to go out partying. I didn't get to go out chasing and banging girls like all the other guys. I wasn't showing off in a fancy Mercedes or Audi or something. I lived simply. I studied hard. I worked hard for 13 years. Just to give you guys a number. It's not because I look young. People think I'm younger than I am. And I became a vampire, so I look young. And sometimes I have to drink the blood of my enemies. That's how it goes down. So anyway, look, see, I'm talking trash now. But yeah, no, I worked hard for it. That's why I get to enjoy life a little more. So yeah, good on you, Dino, because Dino and I have had private chats too about this, about working hard and saving. Yeah, so again, if you guys want to see it, go watch my video on how to save money. I think I should change the title because it wasn't popular. But that's it. That's how I've already prepared for my exit plan. And again, it doesn't have to be long term. I could take a vacay or maybe a couple of months or maybe half a year, or maybe I'd disappear for a while. Yeah. So even an Australian friend, he got very surprised. He's like, what? What? You gonna disappear for a while? It's like, yeah, sure. I'll see you next year, or I'll see you in a year or two. So. But anyway, he knows I'm a vlogger. He knows I do that. So that's why he's like, what are you doing? Anyway, let's keep going. Check out Butuan City next time. I've been there many times, not far, 2 hours away, I think. Not far from CDO. I see. Okay, Paul. Paul, have we had chats about this before? I'm not sure. Paul, are you Australian? I remember an Australian subscriber was talking to me about CDO and the area. Yeah. And I think he was going to retire there. So maybe, was that you, Paul? I think it was. But yeah, please keep sharing. It's all good info. And CDO was known for its ecotourism, hiking and waterfalls and whitewater rafting. So that's why I booked a trip there. I was going to take a whole tourist thing there. But because there was rebel activity at the time, I canceled it. Better to be safe, yeah. And that was before Duterte as well. The security situation was terrible. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I like what you're saying, Paul. Yeah, because of the improved security and yeah. Life in the Philippines. Thanks for the feedback, but the channel name will stay. Other channels have longer names, and some copy my channel. Yep. Okay, sure, man. Hey, all the best, brother. No worries. Paul saying, which one city is safe for me? Okay, so are you there, Paul? A place you might want to settle down, Brennan, just giving you some ideas. Yeah. Paul, if you're on Facebook too, I'd love to hear from you. Go to my Facebook page and private message me. Just send me a message just to say hello. Yeah. Because I think we chatted before. Yeah, it's you, Paul. Yeah, thanks, mate. Hey, thanks, mate. No, because I wanted to hear from you. Because last time I heard from you, you're getting your laptop fixed. So I think you couldn't reply because your laptop was in pieces. You're getting it fixed. So anyway, obviously you've got your technology working again. Hey, look, I'm so happy to hear from you because it's been a couple of years. Yeah, so yeah, tell me how you're doing. On Facebook too. But yeah, and go ahead and share your experience. So Dino's saying correct. We are on the right track. Yeah, exactly, man. We earned it, bro. We earned it. It's got to count for something. It has to. All the sacrifices. you know, like guys, there's so many times I'd study. I mean, study in the day and work at night, or work full time in the day, study at night, studying every weekend. Not much of a life, you know. I made the sacrifices. It sucked, but that's why I'm the adventures now and get to enjoy things a little more. You know, I've got to try and find that balance. Obviously, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, look, you know, we made the sacrifices, so yeah, we should get to enjoy ourselves in a resort. You know, so I know the world thinks we're fronting, the world thinks we're showing off, but it's like, no, we earned this. It's going to be amazing. But anyway, yeah. I'm saying too much. I'm letting the cat out of the bag, see? Do you know? Do you know? You're being a bad influence. You know? We'll talk about it later. Well, they'll see the video later. So anyway, let's keep going. Life in the Philippines. I have the top camera GoPro 3 Plus, Silver Edition, and a Canon G7X. Well, yeah, they're good cameras. Okay. Mark II do not like them and have them for sale. No issue with them. Okay. I bought a Samsung Mega 2 and will not stream live. Okay, well, yeah, they're all good cameras, brother. So you might want to learn to play with the settings. I had to do the same. You know, it's very frustrating, but especially with the GX line, the Canon GX line, you know, it's a line G1X, G7X, G5X, G9X, you know, blah, blah, blah. You've really got to learn to play with the settings and set up shots and set up your lighting. I mean, that applies to all photography and videography, but it's just one of those things you got to slow down a bit. Yeah, okay. But look, hey, thanks for sharing, man. I mean, that's what I mean. You've got the potential. You're well set up, but you just got to clean it up some more. But anyway, for what it's worth. Yep. Okay. Yep. It's you, Paul. Thanks for confirming. Doyle in the Philippines. Hey, Doyle. Good to hear from you. And where's 2B? Usually 2B's around, and also Stacey Stevens. Usually Stacey Stevens around talking trash. But anyway, let's keep going. The usual suspects, so to speak, the usual suspects. So Paul's saying he's 30 minutes away from Butuan City. Okay. I think I'd say he said Butuan. Butuan. Okay, cool. Cool, I like it. I like it. Thanks, Paul. So Paul, what happened with the laptop thing? Just, I know it's a sidetrack. Did you get a new laptop, or did you get it fixed, or what? Because that's why I stopped messaging. I thought, oh, I'll leave him alone because you said your laptop's getting repaired or whatever. Alrighty, just checking my systems, making sure it's all working. All right, so yeah, any more questions, guys? So, because otherwise I might start finishing up. Any more questions? You know, and even just say hello. Tell me where you're from. Say hello, where you're from. I'll give you a shout out. And it's also always nice. I love it that we get an international audience. But yeah, Paul, and I'll look forward to catching up with you, man. I'm going to write that down. I'll make a note. So Paul, for those of you who don't understand, Paul, last time we spoke, he was an expat. So I believe he's from Australia, and he was saying he was moving over there to retire or live long term. So yeah. Hey, Doyle in Philippines from San Diego. Cool, man. San Diego, USA. That's what? SoCal, Southern California. Cool, man. There's a famous paintball team from there. What are they called? Dynasty. I think Dynasty's from there. Dynasty paintball team. Yeah. Yep, Dina's talking. Okay, so guys, I might just share some more things. I want to get this out, especially for the Australian friends. So Dino, especially you, man. You know, we're talking about value, right? Because this is something I'm going to talk more about, and it's a great topic. You know, it's always great for discussion in general. Now, we often get things late in Australia. You know, I was complaining about that. Huawei, also known as Huawei, in Asian languages, Wa means wow, like wow way. So Huawei or Huawei, let's not split hairs. I hate spastics to do that. They have made a beautiful laptop copy of the Apple MacBook Pro and Apple Mac Air. You know, I was talking about that because I was looking for, you know, a nice thin and light laptop like the Apple Air. Huawei are making the Honor MagicBook laptop with an AMD Ryzen 5 quad-core chip. The point here is value. So I just shared the link on geekbuy.com. It's international. Now it's about $1,000 Australian for the non-touchscreen laptop. That's what I prefer, not just because it's cheaper. Because I hate smacking the screen like that on a laptop. On a tablet, it makes more sense. If you can fold it in a 2-in-1, or it's a tablet, that makes more sense. Or a phone, that makes more sense. But when you have a laptop like this with a flip-up screen, it doesn't make sense to hit the screen. You can even damage it or wobble around too much. My point is, gorgeous laptop, guys. Check it out. I'm not saying you buy it. I'm not trying to be a salesperson. I'm saying, again, look at the value equation. Wow, right? Why pay $3,000 when I can pay 1,000 Australian dollars? You can pay a little more if you want the touchscreen. The AMD processor, the computer chip, is the brain of the computer. Very good computer chip for what it's worth. And AMD have baked in more security protection than Intel. So that's also why I'm moving to Team Red. Intel is Team Blue, AMD is Team Red. So I'm moving towards Team Red these days. More value, better value for money, better security. It's harder to hack them. Intel chips, it's a new vulnerability. It's a new evolution, meaning because of the internet and technology, it's now become easier to hack people if you use an Intel Core chip. And I feel for Intel, they're having a very tough time dealing with that. But it's because we're using computers in new ways with the internet and technology, the evolution. So it's sort of the same. We evolved the technology to become faster with the computer chips, but it now means there's new threats, new security threats, new bugs that can hack you and whatever. So my point is, I'll just share that link to show, that's what I mean by looking for value. And the oil in the Philippines, price AU, what's that for? Doyle, what's that the price for, bro? I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, so just to sum up, yeah, so the point is that's a great, affordable, good-looking, thin and light laptop. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted for value. Now, the reason why I'm making a thing, it is absolutely gorgeous. I want one, but my current laptop specs are better. So I gotta think about value. My current laptop is faster, better specs, but I'm still ironing it out. But especially for the Australian friends, because we pay so much for technology, that's a great deal. So if you don't mind ordering a grey import, meaning ordering it off the internet, but so far the reviews look good, meaning it's legit. It's legit, guys are buying them and they're leaving good reviews. So yeah, and for the American friends, I'll just share that too. Some of them can get the Model D. It's called the MateBook D, Huawei MateBook D. And again, very similar model. It's more bare bones, meaning they have less features. And I'll share that too. Again, good value. So just saying to consider, you don't have to buy it. I'm just saying take a look at it so you understand what I mean by value. Come on, what happened, computer? The link's not working. Sorry, guys, just getting that together. And some people are messaging me. Here we go. So I'm going to share the Amazon link. Yeah, there we go. So that way, if you're in America, you can also use Amazon Australia now. Amazon Australia is still fresh, it's still new, it's still evolving, but it's also becoming a thing. So eventually, in about 5 years, that's what they're predicting. In about 5 years, it'll become more like Amazon USA and start taking over so many things. Basically online vendor, online retailer. You can just buy anything you want from there. Clothing, technology, food, anything. Doyle, I don't know what you're trying to say, man. Can you clarify, Doyle? Because I don't know what you mean by that. He's saying something about AU, Australian dollars, whatever. Sorry, you're looking at the link. Sorry, excuse me. Thank you, Doyle. Excuse me. I didn't understand what you meant because I've got too many windows open. No, okay. Well, anyway, it's about $994 Australian right now on the link I sent. But the point is, much better value. Why pay $3,000 for some bullcrap computer when you can get one just as good, if not better, for $1,000? Hey, adding value, plenty of value. There's the value equation right there. Life in the Philippines. I always considered you one of the good people who I have followed for a long time. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Well, that's the whole point. Helping people out, trying to share helpful information and be honest, keeping it real. Being honest. Yeah. You'd be surprised. You can be successful long term when you're honest. Yeah. So anyway, whatever Doyle's saying, I think. Let me just check the Amazon link. Just double check. Yeah. Anyway, there's the Amazon link. But yeah, it's $600 US, by the way, for the MateBook D. So it's basically, I'm just going to say it straight. It's basically an Apple copy. It's a copy of the Apple Mac Air or an Apple MacBook Pro. Gorgeous looking. And I've even seen Apple fans leave reviews saying they have the genuine Apple. They have the Huawei laptop. And they're like, awesome. They're like, you can't You can't beat it, man. You can't beat the value. You can't beat the price. So, yeah, just putting it out there, you know. But again, look for value. What are you gaining by paying more? Are you getting twice the computer for twice the price? No. Or maybe you are. Maybe you are. That's for you to work out. Or what are you losing by paying less? Are you losing value? You always got to look at that too. So, and Dino saying, I love not keeping up with the Joneses. Buying smart, not paying overpriced brand names. Exactly. Buy smarter. You know that saying? Work smarter, not harder. Exact same concept. Buy smarter, not harder. Or buy smarter, not overpriced. That's why I say go watch my video on how to save money. So if you haven't seen it, that's a big part of the success, right? That's a big part of the exit plan. Why do you think I get to go retire in Philippines early? Because I was smart about it, right? So if you want to see the secret, I've got to rename that video or something, call it The Secret to My Success or something. But here it is. But yeah, that was a big part of my exit plan. One, I used it to pay off debt. So I saved money, paid off all my debts, you know, debt-free, just paid everything off, the student loans and everything. And then, relief. And then I can keep saving and I can do what I want. You know, you just don't live beyond your means. Don't buy dumb shit. Don't buy stupid shit. Don't buy shit to show off or keep up with the Joneses. So anyway, guys, and I'm going to do one more little value add. So go ahead and ask any last questions. Any last questions or any last who want to say hello? Any last people who want to say hello? I'll give you a shout out. But I'm going to add this one in just for what it's worth. We spent hours watching Game of Thrones, myself included. We spent hours watching TV. We spent hours playing computer games. This is some great education for those who are interested. All right, so this is Mike Maloney's The Hidden Secrets of Money. It's basically a documentary series. You know, it's like 10 episodes so far. He just keeps adding when he comes up with something new. Yeah, I would recommend watching it. So this is the playlist. I'm going to post it now. Okay, this is the playlist. Don't freak out. It is natural to get emotional and freak out. Just use it as education. Even take notes. That's what I did. I got a pen and paper, took notes. It's just education on how money works, and the history of money, how currency has been created throughout history. Yeah, great education. So again, if you've got hours to watch Game of Thrones, you can spend a little time to increase your money education. Get education on money. It's free. It's on YouTube. And Michael Maloney has a very excellent, clear presentation style. Very clear, easy to understand. That's why I wanted to share it. He's done such a great job. And then after it, just use it to enhance what you have. That's what I did. I looked at it and freaked out and went, oh, okay, now I know how money really works in a practical way. Oh, okay. Well, what can I do, again, in a practical way? I can augment what I already have. I can enhance what I already have. So, yeah, I just use it to enhance my own life, not live beyond my own means. You know, not overspend, not overbuy, and live comfortably, at least not struggling. And I've been there, guys. I know what it's like to be unemployed for a long period of time. I know what it's like to be hungry. It sucks. It sucks being unemployed. It sucks being hungry. You know, I've been there. You know, so I'm speaking from a position of experience, not judgment. So yeah. Anyway, so there's a little bit of value out there. So I recommend it. So anyone who stayed to the end, go ahead and check out The Hidden Secrets of Money. You don't need to worry about investments. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just learn what money is, and then I think you can get ahead. Once you understand how the system works, you can get ahead. Right? Thank you, everyone, for watching. I do appreciate it. Remember, go ahead and check out my Facebook page. I have a Facebook page, Be Adventures. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also the notification bell. There's a little bell symbol. You got to click it to activate the notifications. I'm noticing people are not getting it. And of course, you can check out my Amazon store, which is just recommended items on Amazon. Again, just check it out. There's no obligation to buy. Just check it out so you know what it is, and you can see different things that I use, whatever. Just to check out my little thing. And of course, thanks for watching, guys. So I'm running out of energy. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for watching.